Good morning, beloveds. How's it going? Happy Tuesday. Y'all, we need to talk. Come on in the room, honey. Let's have a quick conversation. Now, today, we will not be doing a marathon live, I can promise you. But there are a couple of things I do need to address. Other than that, I hope everyone is being safe. Please make sure that you're doing your social distancing. Hey, Summer Breeze, Nikki, baby, what's going on, Mama? Hey, Queen Lewis. Hey, Apple. Good morning, Black and Star 79. Hey, Denise Butler. Hey, Connect Dot. What's going on, baby? Hey, Sweet Heat. Good morning, baby. How you doing? Ashton, I skipped you, baby. I'm sorry. Hey, Black Sheep. Hey, Kathy G. What's going on, everybody? So we're gonna let a couple more people come in because I really need to have this in very important conversation concerning yesterday. Tanari, what's going on, boo? It's still morning. Yeah, it is 11:07. Uh-huh. Hey, Laverne, how you doing, babe? I was actually trying to wait for Karen R. Where's Karen R? Where's Ayanla? Ayanla, where are you, pumpkin? Andrea, what's going on, boo? Andrea, Karen R. Can you please hit the link, love bug? Hey, Leak you, Leak girl. Leak, it's been a lot, boo. I know you caught wind. Hey, Onyx Blue, how you doing, boo? What y'all happened to the lake? Hey, Stephanie, what's going on, pumpkin? You did? Girl, you did. I'm gonna have to go over there and catch you, girl. You better video. Hey, Miss B. What's going on? Same old, same old. You know how it is. I do, Andrea. I sure do. I'm well, sweet pea. How about yourself? Sweet. You gave me a shout out. Listen to Lee. I got to get over there and listen to it because after all of this right here, girl, I'm gonna need for you to hit the link, Lee. Karen, I can't hear you, boo.
Can you hear me?
I can't
Hello?
hear you.
Hold on.
Girl, I see your thing moving, but I can't hear none you saying, honey.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Uh-uh. Completely nuts. Cameron, go out, come back in, boo. Hey, Bertha May, what's going on, girl? Bertha Mae Jackson came in with a good morning and not a what the hell y'all talking about. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Let me see, boo. Cameron.
Hello?
There you go.
Okay.
Now, Cameron.
What?
Now you know don't I yell at me. No, but you might have to. And I have to let you. Now you know they done sent me the clip of the JD little like this morning, right? She was trying to give me too much. Now I know my cousin was acting a damn fool. That's why he was blocked from my channel, my phone number, and everything else. But do you honestly want you? I owe you an apology, baby,
Now
because
there's
I didn't mean for him to cuss you out and all of that. You know that we don't do that over here.
there was well, he was crazy, but I feel
And
like
I peer point blank took care of that.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I felt like you would handle it, and you said what you said on the live. But I think that
I
people,
period point blank took her there. He was out of order. I have to agree. He was very much so out of order, and he's blocked from my chat and my phone. Don't call me because I don't want to hear the shit.
yeah,
Andrea, are you woke, girl? Now you done hit the link.
Yes, I'm woke, Bam girl. What's going on? I'm sorry. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't go to bed until like 4 this morning, so I am up.
Girl, well, I know what you wasn't doing, but what were you doing? Hey, Tanja.
I was over there with TC and Dane Divine last night.
Oh, you
It,
was? Where y'all was?
we was just and we was just up. I Bam girl, I do want to apologize to you if you feel like I was disrespectful to your channel yesterday. I had a long day, and I
You
really.
listen.
Mm-hmm,
Okay. Stop right there.
mm-hmm,
Stop right there.
mm-hmm.
Because first and foremost, you know we always have an open chat, right?
Yeah, I
That
know.
was
I know.
my fault for
Mm-hmm.
bringing that banshee out of hell over here thinking she had some motherfucking sense, not knowing she's still stuck on fucking stupid, but so motherfucking conscious. No, she's not conscious. She's still in a coma, and we all saw that. And I'm fine with it, baby. You can stay in the coma. I'm fine with it, boo.
But I
You,
realized, I did realize something
hey,
yesterday
her
when
daughter.
I realized something when I was talking to TC and Dane Define
Her
yesterday.
daughter, I had to put Anthony on pause. I had to put Andy on pause, baby. I don't know if it's permanent. I don't know if it's temporary, but I wasn't going. And I definitely did not like the way that he disrespected Karen. I damn sure didn't like the way that he disrespected Rebel. Y'all know I rocked for Karen and Rebel. Y'all already know that. Rebel is my stepping partner when we get to vacation. Damn all that. I said he
Hmm.
don't know what goes on over here on Bama Girl Channel. He done been over here 3 times. You can't tell me about who is a frequent in my chat and who literally supports me every
Hmm.
single time. So damn all that. I ain't want to hear nothing he had to say after that.
But I realized something last night when I was having a conversation with him. In the next couple of days, it's my mama's anniversary. So I realized that what I just some of this is right here might be triggering some of my.
Well, you said that. You told me that.
So I mean, so I just want to say I want to apologize if you felt like I was being disrespectful because I don't, I'm keeping it 100 with you. I'm not going to come to your house and be disrespectful to you.
But
Period.
you already know how I go. Now,
Hmm.
if you arguing with somebody, I'm
Hmm.
gonna sit back and let you get it out.
Hmm.
The hell, yes, I'm going to sit back and let you have your say. You got something to say. You feel some type of way. I could hear it in your voice. You were pissed. I get it.
Hmm.
Hey, Lolo, you were pissed, and I get it. I had to sit back and respect that, baby. You had something to say.
Maybe I feel like sometimes people think my passion because I'm passionate. I want to argue. That's just who I am. I'm passionate about being disrespectful. And the reason I connect with you because you remind me of home and the old school. We got values like that. We got values in the home. We just don't go to people's house being disrespectful. I just have a
He on a
problem.
punishment, Lolo. He on a punishment.
I just have a problem with that.
And
Okay,
So,
I
I
wanted.
understand that. And you know what, Andrea, I
mhm,
thank you for that. I
mhm,
thank you for the coming and defending. If you came on wrong. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying?
mhm,
She came on wrong,
mhm,
cussing and carrying on. You could tell that she was not following the conversation because we wasn't even heated at that moment. At that moment, we was chilling. Really, we was talking about something serious. We was talking about COVID.
mhm, mhm. And
She's
then,
the one came in on one. You cannot rest, so you still mad. Then you came in. You could tell these whores are on pause. Somebody please get over there and push play because they ass still stuck on. You could tell that shit. She bring up old shit. You bringing
mhm,
up old shit from when you was on QB and QB chat. You felt like you was ambushed. You bringing up old shit, girl. Ain't nobody want to hear that.
yeah,
Join
yeah,
us in April, girl. We in April.
yep,
You
yep.
talking about shit happened months ago. No, ma'am.
So I just learned that last night when I was over there talking to them. I was like,
Hey,
I feel
TC.
like that I just told them. I said I feel like I'm passionate about things. The anniversary's coming up this week, and I think that was, and I was angry when I came back to your chat yesterday, and I made some phone calls, and when I came back, I was angry. I said, "What the hell is going on here?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, no, this is not right." I'm like,
Girl, I'm laughing at her daughter. She is tickling me over here.
so yeah, but that's it. What else did you ask me?
But you listen. You are exactly fine. I can hear it in your voice, baby. You needed to get that out. You
Mm-hmm.
needed to get that out. Period. And I would rather you take it out here. I understand the anniversary is coming up, girl. I understand. I empathize with you with that. There is no way around it.
Yeah, I appreciate I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate just
You
letting
know,
me
I
get it
go
out.
up for you, girl. I go up for you, girl. Get it out. That's why we talk about it.
Yeah,
We talk about it.
yeah. I
Hey,
mean,
Allie. What's going on, Chi-Town Chrissy? Lord have mercy. Come through, Ayanla.
Okay.
Gary got
Okay.
Lord have
it.
mercy.
Now, what I
Come through,
want to say
Ayanla.
now is, and
Hmm.
this is the clear because I learned this from Jay's chat yesterday. People assume thinking if you don't say it, they automatically run with something. So,
Hmm.
with going back to the cousin situation, me personally, when he started, I would have shut him down right then. I would have said, "No, you're not going to come over here trying to run nothing. I know you know who this is. You could hush, or you can." He just took over. Now I would have stopped him right
Girl.
there.
Let me tell you something. I did not expect him to come on like that. I did. Girl,
And
I
then,
did not expect. Sir,
uh-uh.
you are. I did not expect him, girl. If you had heard the cussing match that went on between me and him, it was ridiculous.
And then the apology part, I would have apologized to you right then. But I understood that, well, I ain't gonna say I understood. I felt like you would have handled it anyway. But me, I would have said, Karen, I am so sorry that he acting a darn fool. I'm gonna take, and I would have went on and said, I'm gonna take you just on off the stream and let him have his moment, honey. And I would have did
No,
that.
no, because he didn't deserve a moment. So
But see,
that's
you
why he
took
ended
me
up getting
off
blocked.
though and
He
put
didn't
me
he
behind
didn't
stage.
deserve a moment. And so that's why I'm apologizing to you right now. I did not know that he was gonna come on acting motherfucking crazy like that. Had I known that, he would have never been up there. He would have never been up on the damn stream. And that's no lie. That was his third and last time. No, Lolo. But Anthony is on punishment, period, from over here. I can't do the drunk Anthony. I can't do the drunk Andy. I can't do it.
But to me that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. We talking about it. We saying how we feel. You saying you apologize. That's resolution. That's conflict resolution right
It
there.
is, but the clip that I got sent, like Bama girl not being held up to her, not being held up to um anything. Y'all not telling me when I'm wrong. Y'all let
What?
me get away with the word. Y'all what?
Who said that?
Um, another content creator had a
What?
whole live about it, and so I'm like, no, them girls they straighten me out now, and especially Ayala. If she ain't going, she ain't going.
Uh, I, I, you said what you said. You told everybody about your cousin. You apologized to Karen. That's conflict resolution. And because what that other content creator said, she don't mean nothing. Last time I checked this show channel, and if you talk to Karen and Karen's okay and you good, you don't owe nobody else nothing.
Yeah, but I didn't want Karen feeling no type of way. Period.
We giving her the floor right now.
Yeah, that's what.
Ayala.
And when she, like I said, I understood, but when she apologized to the chat, but I wasn't like, well, you didn't apologize to me. I just left it alone.
Okay, okay. Well, the chat ain't had nothing to do with it because he offended everybody, but he
Yeah, and that's how
personally
she
offended
apologized.
you. He personally offended you because he attacked you. Let me apologize on his ignorant ass behalf because a drunk mind, baby, you can't deal with drunk. You can't deal with it. I can't deal with it.
Thank you.
I, I go up for you, Karen. I
I
let you come in,
know.
I me because I need time and I let you, and it's not a problem. But if at any moment you feel like I need to be checked, check me on
I
site.
would.
Check me on site. And that's what I expect. I'm not above being checked. Hey,
And
Miss V, come in peace. I am not above being checked.
we're not we're all learning, we're all understanding each other, we're all trying to get along with each other, and it's okay to say, ma'am, I didn't like that. I not told you that,
Right.
ma'am. I didn't like what's going on in your. I don't like what's going on in your channel. I don't appreciate them coming into your house. I'm keeping them 100 to you. So I don't feel. I feel like we saying if we see something on your thing we don't like, we telling you. So I don't know what that other content creator said, but I'm saying I said yesterday I didn't like what I seen yesterday on the channel.
Yesterday will never happen again. Yesterday will never ever happen again because at the end of the day, bitch, that was her. That was her trying to unleash. And I'm glad QB came in and addressed her ass because that's what it was all about. It wasn't about you. People out here dying, bitch. Who you think you talking to? I know people dying.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that because you're a mortician. So what they come from? That's weird to me.
Girl, I'm like, really? Hey TC, good morning, Queen.
Good morning, goddesses. Bama girl, Karen, Iyanla Van Zant, and Andrea Lynch, and the chat goddesses.
Good
How y'all
morning.
doing?
Good morning. I'm still a little
Man,
sleepy. Okay.
I know.
Good
Bama girl,
morning.
good morning, Karen. I have a beef. I have a beef with Miss Andrea Lynch that I'd like to clear up, please.
Okay, pumpkin.
Okay, I'm right here with Miss Andrea Lynch. Good. So here's the thing. We're on another content creators live early this morning, like about 5:30, right?
Oh, y'all been up early.
Oh my
Girl.
stars. And then we'll go and then I'll walk backwards. I'm gonna do a moonwalk on us. But here's the thing, I'm talking some profound stuff. Like I'm giving teas out that don't usually come out. I didn't even know where these things was coming from. And somebody fell asleep on me. I didn't appreciate that. I'm
Oh,
offended. I'm
Wait a
offended.
minute, TC. Who? Let me take a wild guess, cause see, let me tell you something. We know a couple of people, two, one, two. And I ain't gonna say nobody, but Andrea and Lola will fall asleep on you, girl. You be in mid sentence. That's all you know. They got to drop. I'm just saying.
Okay,
That's
look,
all you hear.
TC,
Really?
But
TC, I
I
ain't
ain't gonna
mad.
say
TC,
that, cause see, I got to break bread with Andrea. I got to shut up for right now.
See, I
TC,
was.
TC,
Mm-hmm.
you know I love you, girl. You know I love you. Okay, I'm in Cali. Okay, so the time difference for y'all is and where I am is two different things. And baby, I meant no disrespectful to you. You come with knowledge. I love you, but honey, I was knocked the hell out. I was
See,
exhausted.
that's
I
that
know that's
excuse stuff
right.
right there. That's that excuse stuff. Take her to the club. See what I'm talking about right there.
See,
See,
you can't take her nowhere,
You
girl. Let
can't
me tell
know.
you something. In order for her to hang with us, she got to take naps throughout the day. She got to get her
gotcha.
rest.
Okay. I was traumatized. I had my anxiety went up. I was over capacity. I'm trying to use all the terms that the millennials use, when they be oversensitized in the situation, and things of
Andrea
that
is
nature.
not a millennial.
Mm-mm.
No, no, no. I know. I'm just trying to use the ones that the terms that the millennials do use, when
Mm-hmm.
when they trying to fight us Generation X's when they get too sensitive about stuff.
Girl, they be fighting
And
with us.
I thought it would work, but it's not gonna work here, so it's all good.
Yeah,
No.
it was no disrespectful TC. I was just
I
pour
know.
out.
I know.
Okay, I'm keeping 100. Honey, you get
I
up
know that's
like
right.
you wake up about 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to bed. So no
Ooh,
Right. And
yes.
disrespectful.
see, TC is a lot like me. I don't require much rest.
Okay,
Right.
I don't require much sleep at all, especially if some of my mind.
okay.
What? I got things to do, and my slogan is "Sleep is for suckers."
Yeah, I got stuff to do. Girl, I
I
have
get
been
it.
up the 48 and 72 hours straight. I'm talking about straight delirium. You know, they say you become delirious after those hours, but I was still going strong because I know I had a job to do.
There you
At the
go.
end of the day, some people can function like that.
Yeah.
Okay, come
But
on, Ayana.
I understand, Andrea. So I was just joshing. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
It's all good. No, no
Girl, you
worries,
know
sis.
you should have never been offended by that, girl. I could have told you.
I didn't know. I mean,
Girl, I could have told you, TC.
she was just a talking with us, and then I think I'm like, oh, okay, Andre, oh, okay, and then I was trying to come with what she was coming with and things. I'm trying to keep on the level, and then we heard something, and Miss Danny said, Andrea.
Yeah,
I
That's
was
why I
like,
I
use
okay,
that
could have
club example.
told you.
You take your friend to the club with you to have a good time, and there they go in the corner sleep. You like never again.
sleep.
Girl, I could have told you.
No, I didn't know this.
Girl, Huh, Lolo? Girl, they start out real good.
No,
Baby,
no,
but
not
if you don't
Lolo.
catch them early, if you don't catch girl, you got to get
Really?
that look. They gonna give you the best as they got early, girl. Cause as soon as listen, y'all go quiet. Mm-mm.
And they
They
give
start to.
themselves away because they talk, 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 talk. All of a sudden, you don't hear nothing. You hear. See, if they didn't talk so much, they could play it out.
They can play it
Girl,
right.
that Lolo and Andrea, girl, I swear they related. Girl, they got the same bloodline. I promise you.
And
And Lolo,
Lolo she'll play it on. Now she'll say, "Oh, let me get on off her."
and Lolo is my girl. Okay, she is my girl. She is. She is.
She
See,
she is. Lolo is the home girl. Lolo
Yes,
is the home girl.
Lolo.
Everybody around.
Lolo got me and Lolo
Especially
got
the
kindred
part
spirit. Me and Lolo got
but when
kindred
it's time
spirit.
to go to sleep, both y'all had to go to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
see,
She
And
is.
you
We
we
know
got.
what?
still up getting it in.
Had I not experienced this Bama girl, I would have. You couldn't have told me Andrea Lynch would have gone out like, no, ma'am.
I
Just
could have
start.
told you.
I see. I wouldn't have even. I wouldn't have even believed you. But
I
now, It's on. I got it. I'm
Oh, you
learning.
want to believe me? Let me tell you something. I go up for Andrea. Let me tell you something. I go up for Lolo.
I know
But let
that's
me tell
right.
you something. At the end of the day, those two queens,
They got
Yeah.
they,
they got to have their naps.
okay. They
Yeah.
turn
I ain't
into
gonna.
pumpkins.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been getting a nap here lately since we
Oh,
on
her daughter, I
since
see it, babe. It
since we
ain't
home
working. We ain't
since we
going.
since we
We are not
homeschooling.
going. We
Since
ain't
we
going today.
homeschooling, I haven't been getting naps. Since we homeschooling, I haven't been not getting no naps. I used to take me a nap when the kids go to school. So since we ain't home, I'm homeschooling now. I ain't even getting my nap. And I just
Oh,
told
okay.
my friend I'm a little angry about that because I'm saying,
So
hey,
is my belief, and I'm gonna ask y'all, is it just me or is it my belief that anybody think they could just come over here? I'm gonna let you up on the stream, y'all. You gonna say what the hell you gotta say if you got a problem with somebody. Listen,
yeah,
place I come on,
I believe that.
everybody already knows this is Babe Nation territory.
Okay.
Everybody knows that. So now look at Lolo. Oh no, oh Lolo want the link. Child. Let
Uh-oh.
me
She,
get
she what she gonna show us how fast she go to sleep?
I was
girl.
just gonna
Let
say
me
you
get her
better
while
hurry
she
before she go
woke.
to sleep.
I have to get her while she woke, girl. She woke right now.
I know. Okay. Okay. She
I
woke.
have to get her while she's awake, child.
Okay.
TC, much love to you. You really helped me last night. I appreciate that, girl.
Listen, this is what we do. This is what we're all about. And regardless, like I said, as a matter of fact, just before I got on, I was having screaming matches with my little sisters, and we were going, and then we just loved each other at the end as we do. And that these are my sisters, though. You understand what I'm saying? So we do that for each other.
Ladies, are you tired of busting me this morning? I was sleeping by
Uh, um,
myself, not on live last night, and evidently y'all done made my man get drunk and go crazy. And I don't know what the hell he did. Y'all done been up on a whole live in the middle, and I just looked. I was like, they was on a live.
it didn't happen last night, Lolo. But the fact that it did happen, I didn't appreciate it. When we got off live, I ended the live, but me and him cussed for another 3 hours.
Oh my gosh!
Good
I had to
gracious.
call my sister, then I had to call my girl. It was a whole mess. It
And
was a
this
whole
is
mess.
who y'all was gonna let me go ahead and
No,
get
not
drunk
no,
with.
not
Mm.
no, not that Anthony. No, no, Anthony, good. He cool,
Oh,
baby.
okay. I was like, what
No,
in the
I'm talking
world?
about my cousin Andy.
Oh, I didn't hit on him. Mm-mm.
No,
No.
no, 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 no. No, I was speaking about my cousin Andy. No, we ain't talking about your Anthony girl.
Okay. I was
Lolo,
like,
I
what did
forgot.
y'all do to him? And why was y'all on a live last night for 4, almost 5 hours in the middle of the night? I was definitely sleep at my house this time, Andrea.
Um,
Honey, I couldn't sleep. So, I had insomnia at night, so I couldn't sleep. So I was just up. But folks, it's just we walking in the line and we don't know what the hell going on. And some folks feel attacked and sometimes. So,
Oh my
people could question who I was over here. So trying to catch me up in the lie. I was like, you ain't gonna catch me up in
God.
no lie.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? No one is safe as
yeah,
no one.
let me tell y'all something. And I respect each and every one of you. Not only that, and I'm not going to just let, okay, he don't get a pass. He don't get a pass for that. But me and him cussing each other out and carrying on was not for the lie.
No.
Mhm.
Mm.
He mad about shit happened in the family years and years ago.
Oh,
So that was not for the lie.
Oh yeah.
remember when you stepped on my foot when we was kids? No,
Girl,
no, I
you
know you
talking
did it.
when I tell y'all that shit went all the way back. That shit went all the way back. I'm like, what are you having a petty moment? Are you having a drunk moment or both?
Mm.
Because see, the stuff that you talking about happened 20 plus years ago. Bring
Mm.
your ass into 2020, and that's what I had to tell him.
But
You,
that's almost like a prime example. People ain't letting shit go. They keep rejudging it, re-bringing it up.
Girl, I can't stand that. I hate that
Yes.
with a passion. Let that shit go. Why are you still talking about that? Not only, especially as far as yesterday, you worried about shit. You still talking about shit that happened on QB platform. You still talking about shit that happened on 5A platform. Girl, we is in April. Can you come to April, please? Somebody need to push pause on these hoes, on push play on these hoes, because they on pause right now.
Oh my goodness. See,
Yeah,
I thought when I came up here yesterday and I saw that doggone Diamond Dory, I was like, oh my God, TC so bad at me. She's been to beat me. And then I was like, wait a minute. Was I wait a minute, did I who said so? Wait a minute. Then I tried to slowly figuring out that y'all were talking about Snoop. And I was like, whoa, hold up. This is why it's
Right.
safer to be sleep at your own home, and because you come back in the YouTube streets, you liable to get ran down and knocked over.
No, we
Mm-hmm.
want talking about your Anthony, baby. No, not your Anthony. Honey. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
but sometimes as women, sometimes we as women gotta learn how to we had a conversation about it, we move past it, let it go. I think sometimes we're not letting things go. You keep bringing up what happened in last year, that you're not letting things go. Like when I told somebody last night, I let this go. After I had my questions, my answers got answered, I let it go. I moved on. It's something else I'm thinking about now.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
true.
But let me just say this. And the snippet that I got sent was, "Hey Derek, how you doing, love? Come on, Papa. You late to the party? You at work, Derek? I know I don't want my girls that I know that I see over here every single day and that continue to support me. I don't want y'all to feel attacked. Um, okay, get that money. Get that money. Y'all, please thumbs up the video. We got 132 people up in here, and I know some of y'all got to like Bama Girl. Somebody. The replay had you heated, Queen Royalty. The replay was the actual was very disrespectful. But you know how? Let me see if this dummy got just a little bit of ladiness in her. No, not even a little bit. Not even. You can't even put it on a dime. And I hate to even say that. You can't even put it on a dime. So when you know that you can't rationalize with irrational people, child, you have to let that go, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And also too, hey Lyric, I ain't see Lyric. One thing about it, I do know, Nikki baby know how to handle herself. That
Of
mouth of
course.
hers, that tongue is lethal. So when they were going back and forth, Bama Girl sat back and let them, cause I know that Nikki baby wanted. She wanted a piece, baby. She wanted it. Yes, she did. Hey, such a vibe. How you doing, boo? Hey, LaShawn, how you doing, boo?
But see what I notice
You
about
said,
Nikki,
okay, babe.
she don't mean no harm. She just who she is. She'll
Yeah.
say what
Who,
she gotta
boo?
say, laugh it off, and keep going, but people get offended.
Mm-hmm.
Who, babe?
Nikki, baby.
Nikki baby.
Right, right.
They get
Exactly.
they get offended because she just said how she feel, period, and it is. She let it go. After she put off this YouTube, she let it go. So I think
Right.
people are she's saying, she telling you, after I drag you, I let it go. I got off of YouTube. Period.
But see, she remind me of that cousin because just like she'll be cursing you out, then tell the kids to go sit their ass down in the corner somewhere, get a snack. That's how she talks. And
Yep.
Yep.
then she'll come back on you and leave it at that.
Yep.
She gonna curse everybody out in one walk
Yep.
and keep it going.
We've seen her do it.
That's our girl.
Mm-hmm.
Close my door. I got about 5 people. You got me. But that's who she is.
Now look, close my door. What's wrong? Ibuprofen. Y'all don't get the ibuprofen. Get two. Take one. Get two. Baby, come right back to cussing. That's how she do.
She done told
That's
the man
why
to
we
get 10
love
ibuprofen. They
Nikki,
gonna say, don't
baby.
take but one, you go kill yourself. I was like, Lord, just take one of them. Why you don't
Hey,
go but one?
John. Child.
That girl
Let
there.
me just say this. Let me just say this. Just so folks can really understand me and how I am, because I just want it to be real clear.
Mm-hmm.
If there's an issue that you have with me, I don't have a problem with talking it out. I don't have a problem with you coming to me or chatting with me and confronting me about the situation, about something I might have said or typed in, or you misunderstood, or maybe I was just out of order. Either way, I would prefer that you talk to me and let me know.
Mm.
If in the event that you don't think that if you're upset and you don't want to talk to me for a couple of chats or whatever, no problema. Wait until you're in a better state, a better frame of mind, or wait until I'm in a better frame of mind. I don't know, whatever. Just but at some point in time, let me know, because sometimes when we're typing, I know when I was typing in one time, Bama Groove, I know I wrote in there and I used one of the content creators' name with starting with trees, and
Uh-huh.
you stopped it and everybody stopped and eyes was going every which way, and you said, hold up, TC, hold up, okay, now, and you got right, bam, stick 'em, boom, pop, wada bop. And I was like, oh, okay, well, dig it. Now I know what the rules of engagement are. My bad. Okay. I got spanked. I like a spanking every now and then.
You
Trust
know
me when I
what?
tell
There
you,
you
it's
go.
There you go.
okay. Boom, stick 'em. And it's okay because I can take it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, as long as we're respectful, and I just don't like it when we approach each other, itch you this and this, itch you that, or you hold this and this and that and the other and the third, because I'm neither one of those.
Ain't
Okay.
nobody gonna hear that. That's the problem. Ain't nobody
Right.
hearing
And
that
don't
when
tell
you
me
come
that.
at me.
And so I'm just saying, the way you come at me, all due respect, sis, I didn't appreciate something you said, or, I think you need to be mindful of blah, 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 or like, Bama, you told me, certain things we don't do. And I never make that mistake twice. I will never make that same mistake twice. Never. So I'm just saying, like, ladies, let's be ladies and just try to, and then, and let me say this. I want to say this for content creators, because I've noticed that there's a lot of stuff that content creators have to go through, and I know that when you're on these lines and you're going through looking at the chat, and then you're trying to have a conversation, somebody, you might have another call coming in, blah blah blah. Sometimes your mind goes in different directions, and you might forget, you might not, you might have thought that you were addressing the situation and you didn't. And so, if in the event somebody has an issue with somebody, then tell them that they have an issue. And so, I think, Bama girl, you're very receptive, you're open. And I don't, if somebody had an issue, I think that that person or you would be receptive to listening to that issue.
I
That's the
just came
very
up with
reason
an
why.
idea.
What's your
Go
idea,
ahead,
Karen?
Karen.
Okay, they gonna make videos off of it. But sitting
Mm-mm.
back listening, and this is with everybody listening to everybody,
Hmm.
this is the most like we talk about everything. And
Yes.
We
I
do.
think that Jay Wilson said they need a women's panel. There y'all go. Y'all got one, and it should be called Open Table Talk instead of like red table talk, the
Oh,
red
that's
table.
oh, that's good.
And that way you talk about different discussions, open table talk,
And
hosted
and
by
and
Bama Girl. Thank you.
How about
Hmm.
open tube? Take what that tube table?
See, there you
How about
go.
There you go.
open
There
How
you
table?
go,
about
Lolo.
when
Then
we
Talk?
fall asleep and wake up?
How about open table YouTube talk? You want
yes.
to you want to get everybody in the YouTube looking at it. but you may be able to approach most of us that way. But there are some folks up here that you will never be able to approach like that because that's not how they approach people. So you can come at them nice and respectful and very educated and professional sounding, and these whores will come off and start it up and throw you into that place of chaos where you was calling them all kinds of bitches and hoes and you and this and that. For you
Yeah,
know,
you're
it
right.
went from 0 to 60, all because of that whore over there.
But that's gonna
Well,
happen.
yeah, because we know when there are agents of confusion and discord, and when they coming in on the F ish, we already know. I mean, we could see that with the first comment, with the
Yep.
first words that come out of their mouth.
Yep. The first word come out of their mouth, you could tell are they here to are they on the defense or on the offense? If they on the defense, they're coming in here cussing.
That is
They
true. But
already
see, they're
gonna be
going to
on the
bring you out
they
of
on
your
the
comfort
defense
zone.
anyway.
And they'll bring you out of your comfort zone. So you automatically fall off of the thoughtful train and you fall straight into Pettyville.
Right, lyric. We can never forget, girl. You're gone, and you won't let us forget you're gone because you keep coming back.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bama girl,
And
I'm gonna be.
then not only that, you over there, see you a creep. That's very creepy to me. You creeping around in the bushes.
Yes.
Like, I mean, really? That's your stilo? You got a whole platform over there. Go over there and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Don't come over here and be worried about what Bama girl talking about. Oh, this, that thing. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Just so you can have something to say.
Bam girl, I'm gonna go get in the chat because my phone might be dead. But I just want to say something. That's why they understand this prison reform because I'm like, you got a whole channel. You can talk about that on your channel.
Right. No, now she not really worried about a prison reform. You want to talk to me about prison reform? We can talk about that too. I'm a correction officer. What about prison reform? What about it?
I didn't
What
think
about
it was going to get
what
solved
about the
on her.
recidivism rate? How you want to crack down on it? What are your suggestions? You ain't got no damn suggestions.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go in the chat because my phone might be dead, so I can charge it up.
Okay, babe.
Okay.
Write a letter. That's all. Do some writing. How about that?
I mean, because black and white supersedes, and listen, they're gonna read what's there. They're gonna read that email. They will read all the signatures that they see. But you calling and complaining your single voice, baby, that's gonna be dead in the water.
And I doubt if they watching the YouTube scanning it to see who talking about prison reform and who isn't.
Girl.
Right. It doesn't work. Whatever. Interesting. Very interesting.
See, people have to be receptive. You have to listen to the words that come out of your damn mouth. When she came on the platform yesterday, girl, you got all these issues that people could be talking about. Why you not talking about that over there on your channel? Why you lurking around in my bushes? Because you could have been live talking about the issues that you care about. But I see you care about Mama Girl Child. That's what you care about.
Mm-mm-mm.
Exactly, Summer Breeze. Ain't mentioned it since.
Yeah,
Listen, I don't want to, and I never seek to be uh the topic of discussion. We come over here, we talk our stuff, we may argue, we gonna come back together, then it's gonna go left again, but we're gonna bring it right back together because number one, we got some Ayanas up in here. We got some TCs up in here. You know, TC gonna always bring it full circle for me and get me right together. Karen, she gonna always bring it full circle and get me right together because she's level headed. You can always respond and respect people that are level headed.
that's true.
I could have been 38 hot 5 minutes ago, but they gonna calm me and calm me down. That's what I respect. I respect that more than anything else.
That's true.
Karen, do you have something to add?
I was reading the chat. You see, I'm responding, and I was just
I
listening.
do want to say this, Karen. I do want to say this, Bam. Just so you know, for the record, I'm not interested in prison reform.
Uh-uh.
I like to, my, you know, a stitch in a stitch in time saves nine. So I like to do things proactively. I want to help the young people before they get to that, before young people and their parents before we
Right.
get to that part. So me myself personally, I'm a proactive person. So you know, if you ever had listen, if you have the discussion, because I know there's people who are definitely interested, have been in it and do their mission, and that's wonderful. It is not me. So, you know, I'll be in the chat. I'm there to support. You need some statistics, I'll give it to you, but it's not my thing. I'll just be listening. And that's just how I deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I listen because, you know, it's even though it's not my thing, I'm still gonna be there and I'm still gonna support my sisters and my brothers if that's something that they want to do. Anything I can help to help in terms of information, I will share that if I have it. It is not something I'm putting my head on the chopping block for. And so I just want to let y'all know I've never been that way. That's not been an interest of mine ever in life. I want to help to get these young people and help their parents to help them so that they don't have to go and don't have to be in that situation.
Right.
Yep.
And let me tell y'all something. Y'all know that I'm a CO too. Baby, let me tell you something. A lot of times, depending on, how long they've been institutionalized, that's a way of life for them. And when they get back out on the street, let me tell you something, honey, they want to come back because they do something else so that they can come back and not have to worry about being responsible and paying bills and all this other stuff and child support and all that. That's what I've seen
Yeah.
in this correctional system. You know what I'm saying? This is what I've seen. I have seen, because, remind you, a level 5 prison, we have lifers and natural lifers. They'll never see the street again.
Wow.
They're
What's
the
a
ones,
what's a what's a
huh?
natural lifer? What's a natural lifer?
Oh, they will die there.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Yeah. See, in life, 25 years, that's considered life.
true.
A natural lifer, you won't see the street again. You gonna get rolled out.
That's
Mhm.
depressing as hell.
So
You
I
mean
mean,
roll out
when you
coming
talk
to
about,
you?
huh?
Wow.
Exactly. And my door is always open.
Huh.
The
Business is
door is
business.
open, baby. Wish I
And you
could
know
get a
what's
contract
interesting
with the
is
state, but
that
that's not
we
my
have
calling. Say what, babe?
we we have and no shade to the circumstance, because I am very much familiar with the fact that there are some people who are in prisons and they don't really, they're not supposed to be there. Um, but I will say this. I've noticed that, there's always this, let's make sure we, do something for prison reform and this, that, and the other. And when I go to various colleges and universities, and when we go to PTA meetings, and when we go, I don't see parents, I don't see this, let's go to PTA meetings, is allocated properly to these particular schools that are in our community so that we can make sure the various services and things of that nature are distributed fairly and properly across the board, across the state, so forth and so on. I don't hear that. But when it comes
Hmm.
to jail, we rally right, but we gotta go up, we gotta see them, and this, that, and the other, and this. That. My mother told me if I ever went to jail, she's never coming to see me.
My
Mm,
dad
Never,
told me the same thing.
I did it.
never.
He told me, don't call him.
Don't. That's exactly. Don't do your one call on her. She said you better call Ghostbusters because that's exactly what it's gonna be.
He
You know
told
better.
me do not call him because I know the difference between right and wrong. And if I choose to make the wrong decision, I gotta suffer the consequences. Now that's what he told me.
Yep, I
And I've
agree.
never, let me tell you something. I've been inside of a jail cell and a prison cell because I was putting somebody in one. It ain't because I was in one.
Mm-mm. I can't. I ain't ever been in one. I ain't trying to. And I told each of them children, don't call me. I'm not coming up there. I'm not visiting anybody in jail. Not no boyfriends, not no mans of mine, not no children of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I do not go to the jail. I ain't been inside a police station yet,
They
ever.
bring me so messy and nasty talk about all that meat gone away. I'm so sick of Bertha Mac. Terrible.
I
No,
know that's right. I know that's right, Lori. I haven't. I listen. Last time I was in a precinct, a police precinct, was to go pick up a turkey basket so I could go deliver it to an elder person for Thanksgiving. Those that dungeon that no, it doesn't work well with my spirit. It's not for me.
Uh-uh. No, no,
No
thank
ma'am.
you.
No
I
ma'am.
agree with you.
Uh-uh.
The only time I've been in one was on HBO. I have no idea. No. I
I
told
girl,
mine,
agree.
don't
my
bring
dad
that
was
home.
not
Don't call
playing
me.
that.
Don't call me.
I had visited
Mm-mm.
someone before, and it's like a living morgue, living people, like
Ooh,
living dead people to me.
Mm-mm.
yes.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
like a
because
living
they're all,
morgue.
let me tell you something. Everything is controlled movement
Right.
because graphics. Ooh, I remember one morning, girl. This conversation is superficial. Did y'all see Ava DuVernay's 13-inch? What are you talking about, Rita Brown? Because it's actually not what you call consider superficial. That's your opinion. And we're talking about this conversation over here now. So what about Ava DuVernay? I like her. Prison is a setup. How's prison a setup, Mama? You want to come up on the panel?
And if
Mm-hmm. Please
it's
do.
set up, don't let your
Because I
kids
would
go
love to
there.
hear your views on how prison is a setup. One thing about prison is a necessity. Let me just tell you that right now.
Mm,
Being on the inside, looking out, prison is a necessity because there are a lot of convicts that need to be in there.
mm.
In there.
Keep them
Ki-
with
yeah.
where they at.
Now, I will say there are some in there that are in there, maybe they got caught up.
Mhm.
I didn't like the I saw the movie. What was that movie about the five guys?
Oh, the Central Park. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Central Park Five. Yes, I didn't agree with that at all, and I especially didn't agree with the one that just went to visit the friend, and he ended up getting caught up. I felt, girl, I couldn't imagine because I know what prison life is like. And for
Mhm.
you to be in there for doing absolutely nothing is absolutely wrong. Now, I do agree with that, but there
Mhm.
are some convicts that need to be in there.
That's right.
Now, that's just facts.
And I want to say this because I do, and it is a touchy subject because you don't ever know who's experiencing what. So I will say this, that there are definitely people who are they're collateral damage, definitely. They're part of their circumstance, and I know that there are some young people that are in jail because they were around some friends that unfortunately were doing some things, and they all got them all together. um you know, we have to teach our young people that, being around in a whole wolf pack full of boys and girls and things of that nature, that's a no-no.
Yeah, and
And
mine's an all male prison. Everybody in there was a male, except for us, the COs that was female.
mm, w- a- and that's the thing. Listen to your mothers and your fathers when they tell you. You know what? You can't see it as a child, and I guess how do you control it as a parent? But I tell you what, my mother would say, I don't like so and so and so," and I'm
I
like,
just dropped the link, Rita Brown. The link is in the chat.
but then later on down the line, she was so right. That
Yeah, I
person
mean,
that person is now where they are and things of that nature. Sometimes your mothers and your fathers and your grandmothers, your grandfathers, and some people who are about really having your back, we don't listen to them because I'm gonna hang out with my boys, I'm gonna hang out with my girls anyway. We're gonna be in the car and da da da. That's a recipe for disaster already.
It is a
Yeah,
recipe
Already.
because guess what? You guilty by association.
Thank you. You're
fortunate.
guilty by association. Thank you.
Or
Before Rita
guilty,
comes
period.
on
You
here,
right, Lolo.
I
Come through,
wanted to
Karen.
say, I said before Rita comes on here, I did want to say, Black people, women and men, especially the men, have to be more educated and calculated. We
Yes.
can't just
Now,
go anywhere and do. That's why it's so many of us, because the same way that we have rights, if you go in the grocery store and they accuse you of stealing and you got millions in the bank, you go into jail and you can be in jail for 90 days and you didn't do nothing wrong, where a white person go in there and walk out, defend themselves, call them everything in the book, let me have your corporate number, and a walk out with free groceries, the corporate information. But if we do the same thing to defend ourselves, then we'll go to jail for it. And it's not fair, but we have to be more calculated. We have to be the ones that say, okay, I'm just not going to say nothing. And I agree, that's not right. You should be able to defend yourself and speak up. But to get out that situation, we have to think logically and be like, okay, do I want to go to jail for defending myself, power to my rights, or do I want to just calm down, wait till so much calculation when it comes to Black people, and
yes.
then we'll fight each other about it, and they sit back looking at us still doing them.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well, I had something to say about this prison reform, okay? Because I'm gonna tell y'all this true story, okay? I go home to North Carolina because that's where my family is from, to visit my aunt Stem, okay? And
Hmm.
my cousins is in the federal pen 2 hours away. So I go to North Carolina. My luggage is lost, okay? So we have to go to the Dollar General and get me an outfit to go to the doggone prison.
What outfit you getting out the Dollar Generals?
Okay. So
The paper towels.
I'm a little angry. I'm a little angry because we have to get an outfit to go to this prison. I told my cousin if he wasn't my
Yeah,
cousin,
because a prison, you can't wear everything to the
yeah,
prison.
we had to wear. I got a black shirt and some khakis, like a boy. I was like, this don't make no sense to me. And I told my cousin, you got to prison. I will never speak to you again. He back in prison, and I don't speak to him again. And I
Oh,
told
okay.
my
See,
I told my aunt this: if I'm preaching to my son, you go to prison. I'm not messing with you. And if I'm a hypocrite if I'm talking to my cousin. He in prison.
um, Rita, you
No
need to
jailbird.
connect your mic, honey. Your mic is not connected, so that I can add you to the stream.
So I told me and my aunt fell out about this. She was like, "Well, that's your cousin," and I said, "I told himself he go back to jail. I'm not messing with him. I can't have two adult children in my house teaching them stay out of jail, and then I'm writing him letters and sending him money."
Oh hell no. And the man
Mm-mm.
ain't gonna visit you. I
Exactly.
damn sure ain't sending you no money.
Yes,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, see that
yeah,
right there never happened.
yeah.
I'd
So,
rather help
Andrea,
you struggle
mhm,
outside the bars than in them.
yes,
there you go.
Right.
Andrea, was
yes.
that the federal pen where my husband Bernie Madoff is?
Mm,
Honey, I don't know. I know it's in South Carolina. I do know that
Oh,
it was two
okay.
hours. So it was 2 hours away.
Oh, okay. So in North Carolina, I have written to my husband Bernie Madoff. Okay, I just want to let everybody know. No, I'm serious. Listen,
Okay.
mhm.
and the first time I wrote to him and I sent him a letter, and it was a brown envelope. They sent that joker back saying that only white envelopes.
Okay.
So yeah, seriously. Now this is federal. This is federal. All right. And why am I writing Bernie Madoff? Because number one, I like Bernie Madoff. Number two, I like Bernie Madoff, and it's my business. And I'm going to write him because I was acquiring some information from him that I thought that he would know.
Didn't we
And
just say no jailbirds?
didn't he what?
We just
Oh
said
no,
no
no.
jailbirds.
I didn't. No. I said no. For me, I said I'm not interested in prison reform. He has a life. He's 80
Mhm.
years old. He ain't going nowhere.
Yep.
Okay, ain't
Mhm.
no reform in that situation. It's a done deal. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I ain't trying. However, I don't want him dying with some things in his head that I need to get out of that head
Oh
that
Lord.
he knows.
Where the
This
money
whole
Okay,
is.
Westworld episode. Go
boom.
right ahead.
Okay.
TC, what
He
the
knows.
money
Boom. There you go. Okay.
is.
y'all,
I
y'all,
got it.
y'all. Listen, he
I
took
got it.
money. The reason why I like him because he took money from the rich. He took money from the poor. He
Mm.
was taking money from the rich, and so taking money from somebody is not right. It's not right. He was wrong, absolutely. But he didn't take money from the poor. So I was just like, wow, there's certain things I wanted to know about stocks and investments, and he will write me. He'll tell me some stuff. We
Oh,
right.
Wow.
wow.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
ain't
Very,
nobody else. His wife is
very.
gone. The kids
Hey.
is gone.
Well, yeah, his wife and him have divorced since, his two
Right.
sons, his only two sons have, they passed away,
Yeah, one.
and
Yeah.
no, both of them, two of them. So it's like, hey, I'm in like Flynn.
Do we need to
Yes.
even ask?
Yeah, but I'm just saying I can't preach to my children to stay out of prison, and then I'm supporting somebody in prison. And I told my aunt that, and she got mad for a long time that I told her that, but I didn't care.
Hey, Chico Stick.
I don't do the prison game.
Mm-mm,
Not
mm-mm,
anyway. Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
No, and then my thing is, and I agree with TC because I would rather listen, you train them up.
Yes.
You make them be careful because make no mistake about it, y'all. I got 3 black males
Mm-hmm.
that was born into a society that has to walk very lightly. Okay, very lightly because I don't want them going to prison.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't want them because I'm not coming to visit. I already
Mm-hmm.
know that.
Yep.
You're right.
That's a conflict of interest. I'm not coming to visit.
Yeah. And I even told my son I tell my son all the time, like, we go round and round about his hair. I'll be like, sometimes
Okay, Rita.
we gotta conform to a little way we go about it. I asked him how he looking, who his friends are, what they doing, what their parents like. I'm because y'all like in line like us, like you're being your dad. Because if you're not, I don't want you hanging out with him.
And because the thing of it is, they think there's something out there, baby. Whatever is out there, it will be there when you get grown. It'll
Yes.
be there. What are you in such a hurry to get out there to do? We have goals that we're trying to accomplish, right? What are you talking about? Hanging out? No.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Candy Cane, not here. No,
Yep.
ma'am. Too many
Nope.
people come up dead. No.
Yep.
In a oop, in a oh, no,
And then I sometimes I just tell my friends, we all got me, my friend, but we got sons, and I feel like they shoot first and ask questions later. So I don't want to ask no question. You wasn't there.
Hold on, wait a minute.
And while she does that, I feel like another reason we can't get anywhere is because the ones that are locked up and shouldn't be, the ones that should be do crazy stuff, then holler, no justice, no peace. Then it leaves us in the middle because if you do
Mm-hmm.
the crime, you do the time.
Time.
But when they
Right.
do the
And
crime, they
T,
feel like people supposed to get them off, but you did
no.
wrong. But because you're
Uh-uh.
black, you got a little poo poo out here robbing banks, doing this, selling dope, killing folks. But when he get killed, they making T-shirts with his face on it, talking about power to the people. Why they ain't have to kill him? Well, little
I've
Pookie should have
seen
been
so
in that
many.
house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. I've seen
But then
so
we
many,
can't help the
honey.
ones that's in there that should be. We can, but I'm just saying it's harder for us to do it because you just sat here and did something like this, and now you protesting on that. They'll put that on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about trying to reach them before they get to prison? Try to reach them before they get to prison.
Yeah, that's where no, listen, T says, Bama girl, all of my clients come from horrible homes. It starts in the home. And it really does. If you don't, that's why I say you train these kids up. If you don't put anything in them, they will go out there in the street and find it.
Oh, absolutely.
And then that
If
goes
you
to
don't
people
give it to
want to
them, they
call,
will go and get it.
and that goes to people want to call CPS on the good parents that's trying to raise their kids. Then you take them out, then they in the streets. See, it's so much we can't work together before without taking 10 steps back.
Right. You're exactly right. Hey, Mr. Debonair,
But then when it happened,
you
we'll
always
be
got,
on a
oh,
panel talking
Andrea
about how
always
many
got a
black people
question.
messed
She
up.
do.
Hey, brother-in-law.
But you know what, Karen? Because let me
Uh-huh.
tell you something. Anytime anything goes wrong, like at the school or anything like that, the first thing they'll say, well, what's going on in the home? What has changed in the home? That's be the first question that's asked, that's being asked.
So it's
That's
going to be
why,
a whole lot of folks in trouble, a lot of kids, because of what's been going on in everybody's home these last 3 weeks.
girl, these kids are tied up, tangled up, wrapped up, can't do nothing, girl.
Mm, mm, mm.
Oh, Alabama Babe said yes, at T broken homes begets more broken homes, along with the systemic racism and predictive programming, girl.
That Rita
Exactly.
lady wasn't able to get on, so we can hear her point of view.
She was fixing her mic, babe.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Here she go. Here she go. Come through, Rita.
Good morning. Good morning,
Morning.
everybody.
Good
Sorry I
morning.
had a hard time getting in.
That's fine. You're here now.
I want to
And
say,
welcome.
good- let me turn let me turn down my volume on my computer.
Okay.
Okay. First, I want to say good morning, Bama girl. Thank you for opening your platform and even having this conversation.
No
With so
problem,
much
love.
beef going on these YouTube streets, we
Yeah.
really, as Black people, need to be talking about how to be better. And
Right.
I think this conversation is headed in that direction. And I will always respect your platform because
Thank
I
you, ma'am.
respect Black women. But, I just want to say, in terms of just the whole prison industrial complex, and let's not get it wrong, it is a business now.
It is.
They have private prisons everywhere.
They do.
Um, and I have a friend who has her boyfriend is in prison in Mississippi,
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
pretty much legal slavery. I mean, they're
Yeah. Now
making
Mississippi
clothes,
has
they're
been
making
pretty bad.
shoes. I mean, and
Yeah.
they're getting paid, I think, 25 cents or 50 cents a day. The food is brought in from private corporations, so they're feeding them slop because it's
Yeah.
profit, because it's for profit. But I think mainly what I want to say is how we end up in prison. I mean, my son is 27 now. I mean, excellent student all throughout his career. I live in the Bay Area in California. So
Uh-huh.
when he was in high school and they caught him smoking some weed. And do you know what the principal said to them when they brought him back to school? Oh, I guess you're
What?
ready to quit school now.
Wow.
I'm like, it's like quit school now and do what?
And right. And do what? What
Instead
do
of
you suggest,
encouraging
sir?
him and telling
And
him what he was doing wrong and lead him in the right direction, you just gonna give up on a
right.
black boy like that. That's just crazy.
Right. Right.
But here's the
And
thing:
unfortunately,
what do we expect from them? Because do you expect other people to, oh, we're gonna give you the saving graces and things of that nature? I don't expect anything from them, and the inspiration should come from us, and that's what we've been talking about all along, about us and things of that nature. Don't expect anything from them.
I
That's
know,
a recipe for disaster.
and I don't. I
but I don't
don't. Let
know
me
what. But what do y'all? But what are we saying is supposed to? But what are y'all saying is supposed to? But hold on. What do y'all? But what are we saying is supposed to happen? I own a business in San Francisco. You know what? It's all white people, Asian people, Latino people. I don't see
Hey, girl.
anybody black going to what jobs in San Francisco because they will not hire us.
No,
I
they
had a
won't.
white
And you know
friend
what, Rita?
who was a
We
manager. Hold on,
always
who was a manager at a gas station, and so he. This was years ago when I lived in Michigan, and so he had. So he they had up a help wanted sign in the window. So he went in to apply for the job, and the owner of the gas station said, "Okay, we don't hire no niggers. So when they come in, tell them we don't
what?
have any applications." I'm
Well, I
just
can
saying, we
believe
just
that.
have
And
to
you
be
know what?
careful and not
That's
blame
why.
each other for our situations.
No, 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 no. And it's not, we're not pointing the blame. That's why it's so important for us to have our own businesses to whereas we can employ our own people. You don't have to go beg somebody else for employment when we own the business and can supply you with the job.
Okay. And I totally agree with what Bama Girl saying. This is TC. What I was what I was referring to was number one, the person that was in the school that said what he said, or that person that said what they said. What I was referring to was when our children get into situations, I'm not looking for them to validate, to encourage, or anything. That's what I look for from me, my community, my family, the people that are in our particular sphere of influence. Now, the people that are in schools, they that was inappropriate. That was definitely inappropriate to say, and that person should have been dealt with in a particular manner. Let me say
Right,
this. When I was in high school, one of the Jewish ladies said to my mother, oh, my mother was like, we're applying to colleges. She was like, well, no, she should just go to community college because that's where all of y'all go. And so my mother was like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. She was like, why? You didn't say that to other people, and you're saying that for my daughter. Absolutely not. She's going to get her PhD. And then we wrote her up. My mother wrote her up, sent it to the head of the Board of Education in Brooklyn, and the lady was dealt with.
and
Now,
see, that's what needs to be done. You're not gonna
so
say,
we
say something.
we not crying and trying to I'm not we weren't she wasn't looking for my mother was not looking for validation from her. We were only looking for an application for North Carolina A&T from the college office, which she was in charge of. And my mother asked her, did she have any of the HBCU applications? And she said, well, why are you even considering that when all of you just go to two-year institutions? And so once again, I don't expect anything from them, but I guarantee you one thing's for certain and two for sure. When I graduated from college, I came back with all the stuff and the accolade, and I put up my banner up in that college office, and I proved to her whatever she might have thought. Hey, we do these things. There are a plethora of Black people doing the thing, and
Yes,
you're living in a silo, Jewish lady. Okay,
yes,
and
yes.
you got written up because my mother made sure she first of all, it didn't even penetrate my mother because we come from the South, and my mother already saw all of those things in all of our educated Black people doing their thing, so we already knew what the deal was. We're not
Girl,
looking for
I would have went
I,
directly to the school board because no, you will not put my child in a box. Girl,
but
I think I
and say that.
understand what Rita is saying, and I understand what TC saying. That's why I was saying earlier, we at the point where we would have to do what TC said. We can't. It takes a village to raise a family, and unfortunately, I mean, now, gratefully,
a
we were
child.
raised like, yeah, to raise a child,
Hmm.
yeah, and we
but
were
what I
raised like that, where you,
but I think
when
what
you,
I'm saying is,
mm-hmm.
but really what I'm saying is that on
If
this
I were you, I
panel,
would have been so offended.
we're on this panel, we're not the target audience. I mean, my mother raised 7 kids on welfare. All of us went to college. But I'm just talking about people who don't have access, people who don't know their history. I'm saying these schools who don't educate our kids about who they are. It's like
Right.
we have to really say, I believe, that it doesn't start with individual weakness, that we have a system that's set up that says, Black people, you're going to fail. You're going to
Yeah.
fail. That's
Well,
our
I agree.
baseline. That is our baseline. Black people, we gonna fail. We ain't got nothing for you. We don't need y'all to plow our to work in our factories or to work in our fields. We ain't gonna give you no money to educate your kids. I mean, you are set up to fail. So unless we start having those conversations from the beginning with Black people to let us know our current predicament, we're going to end up in these prisons that are built just for us. They're
But
built just for us. It's Bama girl. What is your prison population? I mean, what's the
The
percentage of
population
Black people?
now, the population, it is predominantly Black, Latino. It is predominantly Black and Latino, but there's an array. There are a lot of Anglo there too. So I just can't say, but I do know
And
that
poor
there are
whites
more
too.
Blacks, period, in the prison system. And I can
Yeah, I
just,
mean,
for this region, I know that there are more
and mostly
Blacks
poor
in
white
the prison.
people. I mean, it is. It's not just race. It is poverty too.
But there are more Blacks. I will say that. Now, if there are more Blacks.
and Rita, what would you suggest? Because we can talk till we blue in the face. And like TC said, her mama just was the one. Like you said, some people are not educated, but her mother was and stepped out there and took the time to write the letter. Everyone is not going
Yeah.
to do that. So
See,
the
well,
ones that
see,
won't do that, what would you suggest them to do? Because we can talk all day long, but until you make action, it's going to continue to happen.
Well, I mean, I think I don't have all the answers. I just know that we can't keep blaming ourselves only. That we can't say it's only because Black people, because we're lazy, because we don't want to do nothing, because we strung out on drugs, because we're alcoholics. We have to start talking to our kids and talking to each other. I mean, Bama girl, I'm just telling you, somebody called me a troll. Whatever, I don't care about that. I just have so much respect that you are talking about this stuff. And that's just where it starts, where we can just have a conversation and say, is it that Black people are really weak? I mean, are we weak or are we kings and queens? Which is it? And I
no,
just
we
say,
are
Let me answer.
definitely.
Let me answer that because one of the things that when we greet each other up on here and some other places that I've been, I don't say anything. How you doing, king? How you doing, queen or goddess? That's numero uno. And the other thing is that I hear what you're saying. I don't think anyone here said that we were less than anybody. And we're not talking about the drug dealers and we weren't saying any of that. What I said, and I want to go back to me, and I think what kind of sparked this whole you coming up. I am not interested in prison reform. That's just me. There are a plethora of people who are. My passion, my assignment for me and my God is to help the parents, families, and communities with with the programs, access to information, access to funds, access to resources, that we can get our children into college so we don't graduate with an educational mortgage. Hello.
Oh,
And
I'm here.
that's the other thing, Miss Rita. I don't know how many people talk to you in the chat, but I did see a comment. They said that you didn't like Fi. They didn't say you was a troll. They was like, you don't like Fi, baby, why you over here? Which, like you said, Miss Rita, you, like I always say, you have nothing to do with Fi and Bama. So you might not like her, but you like Bama girl. So people should stop mixing the two. Just as long as you have respect for Bama, then you straight over here.
I feel like this. We have to be, and I agree with TC because we have to be more proactive anyway, starting at home because we know what
mhm,
our kids are
that's right.
facing. We know what's out there and we know what they're going to have to deal with. So education is key. Education is key. That's why I'm big on starting our own businesses so we don't have to go to them and ask for their jobs. I don't want to work at your job anyway. Let me just get that. Let me be very, very clear. I'm not going to beg you to work at your job. What I'm going to do is start my own so that I don't have to worry about you. I feel like it should be more black owned businesses, more black owned corporations, if you will, because we will look out for each other before they will ever look out for us. They've already put us in a box.
But I have a business here, and I'm just telling you, man, it is not easy having a black business. I can't tell you when I do, when I have a lot of independent contractors work for me. And whenever I get a call from the bank saying we need to verify the check, I don't even have to go and pull up my paperwork because I know they're talking about the black people who I've paid. I mean, I'm just saying the system is just so set up against us. I
It
mean,
is.
when I walk into the bank, I always have to start out by, I can't just go in and handle my business if I have a large check. You start from the very beginning of not being trusted. And these aren't excuses or anything. I'm just saying that this society makes the mountain for black people so huge to climb. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just sometimes it's insurmountable. And I think that if I didn't have that strong foundation for my family, we grew up in a nation of Islam, so we had a really, really strong sense of blackness and racism and where we fit like in this world. So I think that's what helped me get ahead. It helped me to kind of understand that I'm not just personally a weak person, but it's a society that it set me up to not make it. So then I can sometimes kind of dodge the bullets. But even as savvy as I am, and I give myself credit, I'm pretty savvy, I'm pretty smart, I still get caught up. I still ended up paying too much money for my house and paying too much of an interest rate. Because
Mm-hmm.
no matter the game is, I'm just telling you, every step of the way, it, it's exhausting.
I
Miss
can
Rita,
imagine.
okay.
I'll
Someone
stop now.
asked what business you were in without telling your business, if you don't mind.
I I work with sign language interpreting companies. So it's a
Okay,
very
Okay.
specialized business. So if
Okay.
you need a sign language interpreter,
that's
that's my
cool.
Nice.
business. I help provide
Okay.
them.
Oh, I taught
And
myself.
you, and you know,
Oh,
Miss
that's good
Rita,
to know.
that is
Mhm.
absolutely awesome because as I look at it, we might need sign language for everything now because people you're gonna have to have sign language in every area and every aspect of life. I would say to you as I'm getting the
Yeah, we work
information
in the
downloaded.
prisons, work in the schools, work in the hospitals. And
Mhm,
if y'all know young people who looking for a career, this is the career to go into right now. It's a huge shortage.
exactly. I
That's
have a
just my
cousin that's
plug.
in Florida
So
that's
I'm gonna
doing
leave, but
exactly that.
that's I just want us to just be kind of not so hard on each other and figure out how we can have ways to support each other and
Mm-hmm.
Miss Rita, that's
yeah,
exactly
that
what
that's
we've been
really all
doing.
I'm bringing.
That's But Miss Rita, that's exactly what we've been doing. And if you were in yesterday, and we were talking, and I said that it was crazy that we have here a Bama girl who is a mortician. She's also an embalmer, and here we have people like yourself who are in your specialized field. We have various people who are doing a variety of things. We need to come together and talk about those as opposed to beefing. That was what we were talking
Hmm.
about. That's exactly where we're going. And we're going to go there regardless of the naysayers and the haters and the whatever. We are
Yes.
going there because this is 2020, the dawn of the awakening. And those of us that are awake, we are going into this vortex with a positive and not a
Yes.
victim mentality. We're
Yes.
going in there like, listen, like I said, I stand on strong shoulders. And don't get it twisted. Everybody in my family is not educated, but I know one thing for certain and two for sure. When we want to get put peen and badusies and the godosies and the badusies and all the ussies in the world, we know how to get that. Okay. But when it comes to our children, we need to be able to fight for them and be able to ask questions. And if we're not educated, go somewhere and ask some questions of someone who is, as opposed to saying, who does she think she is? She's always prissy and prim and proper. She think, and she always wearing those wigs, and she's always doing. That's not where we need to go. We have people here that can help people, have resources to things. But I'll be doggone for one thing for certain, two for sure. I will not throw pearls to swine. If you
Mm,
do not, I have sent a myriad of people to jobs and they can't get there on time.
Mm,
They don't
wow.
stay there. But then when I send, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't know Mandarin from a can of paint, Mandarin Chinese. I don't know the other languages, but let me tell you something about those people. When they want somebody to go to college, or when they want their children and grandchildren to go to college, they come to me. They don't. They come with an interpreter that the city provides for them. How that happens,
Right.
and they come and like I said the other day, if they will lobby one of these legislators, they will write one person will write a letter, and 10,000 of them will sign that one letter. And let me just say this for the record: anytime that these state prisons get privatized, it was because there was legislation that allowed it to happen, and there were people who allowed their legislators to stay in office 30 plus years without term limits, without asking a question, without a report card, without us doing our due diligence and saying, "What are you doing and why?" Everyone else does it. We can do the same thing. We are not victims.
Exactly. And it,
We have enough educated people. When I say educated, I mean we have people who can sit down, write a letter, and the whole block, okay?
Yeah.
The whole block. Let me just say this. When I was in New York, one thing for certain and two for sure, we had half of the block was Republican, the other half was Democrat. So whenever anything came up, whenever an elected official wanted to run for office, they had to come through the block and they had to see everybody, not just one side, but they had to see everybody. And we all shared information. We all made sure everybody had the information and access and equity to resources. That's what we need. We don't have to pay for college. Interestingly enough, there are a myriad of programs out here that if they have a certain GPA, and we'll be taught, and trust me, I'm going to be bringing somebody that's going to bring the noise when it comes to this college thing, and they don't have to pay. They don't. And this is and
and
they
that
don't at no cost. And let me just say this: I don't like the word free. There's nothing in this world free except a
Yeah.
mother
mm-mm,
and father's love. That's the only thing free is a mother and father's love. And sometimes you got to question the daddy, but
mm-hmm,
definitely a mother's love. Okay. And here's the thing: it is no cost. It is no cost to the parents. And what's free is that there are already endowments, there are already charities, there are already foundations that are set up to pay. And these people get taxed, they get it back. Don't get it twisted. They get it back. Okay, but there's money out there, and as long as the children can apply, you have to apply. So you do have to sit down or get to a computer or whatever you got to get there. You got to do that. But as many people as on YouTube as I'm hearing, they go on. hmm, That's not me. They can go on Jack. They can go on prisoners of fish or plenty of fish, whatever, plenty of felonies or whatever it is. They can go on all these dating
Plenty of
online
felonies.
sites. See, our people can do a plethora of things, my sister. We are the ones in the world that everyone looks at to everything. Everything comes from us. Howsoever, we must manifest the same thing for us at all levels, not just the crooked letter I level. We have to be mindful that we have to get to the table so we're not on the menu.
right, right.
amen.
Okay,
And
we got
oftentimes,
Bama girl. We got Bama girl right there at the table, can handle a whole bunch of and other people that can handle situations, and yet and still here we go. Oh, who she thinks she is? Those her teeth. That's her. This that. What now? Who she thinks she is driving? And it's like, really? Is that what we
Mhm.
is? How about you say, ma'am? Bama girl. Thank you. Can I ask you some questions about so and so and so?
Mhm.
See, because
right? Because a lot of
God
people
don't
know
bless,
my passion.
dig it. God don't bless no mess, Miss R.
Mhm.
And you from the Nation of Islam, you know that, and in Islam they don't play that.
Mhm.
They don't play that victim stuff. We know how to do businesses and create things for ourselves.
I mean,
We're
I
not
think it was a
victims.
good, I think the Nation of Islam was a good foundation. But
Mhm,
I'm just saying that, I'm just saying
mhm. We saying the same thing. We saying we
Yeah,
got to
we
get together
are.
and be able to talk amicably and peacefully so that we can have conscious kind of conversations, not
Right,
call each other bees and hoes. I'm just
right.
saying, sis. That's what I'm saying.
We're
I think
all
it's
agreeing, actually, Miss Rita.
Yeah.
I guess
you on point.
ultimately, what I really believe, I think what I really believe is that what I really believe is that that it does come down to our individual strong selves and being smart. But I think it's time for us to talk about a major systematic change. And I
Mm,
think it's time to go back to looking at what we did in the 60s and just talk about mass movements, protests,
mm.
economic boycotts, um,
We need
just
to write
figuring
it
out
down
some
and make it
ways
happen.
to
I
uplift
mean,
our
yeah,
whole race.
Write it down,
we're
sis.
speaking the
Write
Yeah.
same
it down.
language.
You got it.
Write it
It's
down
Okay.
and make
yours.
it happen. Let's stop
That's
talking
Yes,
and
your
write
thing.
it
we are
and put it
speaking
in.
the same language.
Put our signatures on it, as TC would say. Like she
No
Okay.
said.
diggity, no doubt. Because I know
Yeah.
one thing for certain and two for sure. When it comes to this college thing, I got that. Okay, and you trust me.
Because
Okay,
they'll come over
and
here, can't speak a lick of English and leave with a whole doctorate. Be a doctor in there, and we sitting
Okay.
over here talking about what the man ain't doing.
you
Well,
know,
I'm just
And they
glad this
doctors,
conversation is
lawyers.
happening. And anytime
yes,
that
ma'am.
that we're talking again, I want to be a part of it, just to sit back and listen. I'm actually inspired. And Bama girl,
No
I just want to
problem.
hear how you ended up being a mortician. That is mind blowing to me. But,
Oh,
I'll have
yeah.
to hear your story sometime.
Girl, that's my
Yeah.
passion, honey. That is my passion. Um, I was led to Jacksonville for this reason, was to become a mortician. That's my passion. Let me tell you something. What I do is not just preserve bodies. It's more than that, baby. That's a whole art that everybody cannot do. So I
Hmm.
consider myself an artist because everybody can't do it. It's hard. Let me tell you something. I had to go through a lot of chemistry. I had to study a lot of restorative art to make that person look like they were resting and not dead. It's a total difference, and I love it every time I do it.
Are
Every
you one of
single
the few
time.
black women doing it?
Actually, no. There are a plethora of black, but a lot of women, they want to be on the forefront. They want to be on the moniker. They want to be seen. They don't want to get in that embalming room, and that's my forte. I would rather be in the embalming room.
Mm,
I don't have to be seen. I don't have to
mm.
be the face of the thing because that's not why I do it.
Yeah, well, that might.
And like you said, mortuary stuff. That the whole
See,
business.
that's the
First of all,
investment
that whole
right there. See,
business.
that's the investment right there. If you in the
Yeah,
back and you get some people who come do the front end, then then we running it.
And they wouldn't
Yeah,
realize a whole black woman running the whole thing because she in the back. Y'all don't know she black. Come on now.
it
there it
starts
is.
with me. It starts with me.
That's
If
right.
I don't
Hmm.
get it right, nothing else is going to be right if I don't get it right.
That's right.
Wow.
That's why I put my heart, soul, baby, I put my whole foot in it every single time.
Because what's the first thing that we look at when we go to the viewing? We look at the body. We look at what he or she are wearing, and we say, "Wow, they look good. They're sleeping. They're at peace."
You
And
look
that's
at
the
their
first
face
thing we look.
first to see if they look the same.
That's
Do
all.
mama
That's
look
the
like
first
Exactly.
mama?
thing.
Yep.
That's the first thing all of us look at, and we all know that. We all know. Yes, we do. Indeed, we do.
And if they look
See?
too good, you gonna ask the mortician, "How y'all do that?" Because when she died, she
So I
ooh
just have a quick
Jesus.
question then. So do you do from start to finish the embalming all the way to the makeup?
It's very seldom that I would do makeup. Very seldom. That has to be a special case for me. If I choose to do the makeup and I've made a connection with the family and that's their request, then I will. Normally, all I want to do is preserve. I want to make sure those features are set properly. I want to make sure that that person looks exactly how the family wants them to look. It's exactly like them, an exact replica. That's my job.
Mm,
I don't want them looking gray, and I've turned bodies green, but that's the science part of it. You got to know what to do to turn them back. Listen, our mission is natural form and color.
Wow.
That's the mission.
And you know
If
what,
you
Bama
can't
girl?
provide that, you're not doing your job.
mm,
I could see Bama Girl with a 501c3, a nonprofit organization that will be like an apprenticeship program that will help young people who are interested
wow.
in the mortuary sciences. And she will
Okay.
have a whole see, this is what we need to start doing. And this is what we used to do back in the day. We had apprenticeship programs.
Mm-hmm.
We had those, and I want listen, I want like you're a nurse, correctional officer, and a bomber. We don't have to start with one career. That's crazy, and we already know that that's a setup. We need our young men to do something with their hands. They need to learn how to build things. They don't need to just learn how to push a pen. They need to learn how
Right.
to build things. They need to learn
Mm-hmm.
how to change a light bulb. They need to learn how to do some things, okay? Because we don't need to have our houses and then have to go ahead and contract out to a contractor and then pay them 10,000, 15, $20,000 just to do X, Y, and Z.
Now I
Negative,
Right.
have a
negative,
question
negative.
for Bama Girl.
Yeah, babe.
Why don't you have your own mortuary? Because you're very educated and you can get a nice grant. They would help you with all that. You can get workers or interns and a lot of stuff.
Well, they came at me with the proposition, but when I went to the Small Business Association, oh, they want XYZ, they want all kinds.
Mm,
Baby, they sent me through so much red tape. And actually, to be honest, to
Mm-hmm.
open a mortuary, baby, it's over $1 million now, and that might be because
mm-hmm,
I'm black. But see, I know me, and I know that I know what I need to be
mm-hmm.
able to properly preserve.
And do it
Now,
the right way. The way, yeah.
right, and the firm that I work for now, they have everything state of the art. So I love going in there because you know what I'm saying? That body is my muse. I love it.
You know what? Where you work at now is gonna be your business.
No,
That man is gonna sell that business to you.
no, uh.
You don't want it.
Well,
Mm-mm.
It's
no,
His
because
gonna
it's
family
he.
owned
gonna
by a
take that
corporation.
business, huh?
It's owned by a corporation. It is. It's owned by a corporation. Now I will have my own crematorium. Now I will do that.
Does that corporation have a franchise?
They do have a franchise. They have a franchise there. The baby, they're nationwide. Just here alone, we have 17 firms now.
Now the
Just
questions
here,
I'm asking, you don't have to answer them. Do you have any stock in that organization?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because the reason I asked that is because the spirit led me. For some reason, it was saying that you gonna own it or you gonna buy that what you sitting in now.
Lord, I yonder.
And that's why I asked you, did you have stock? Because it's showing me that you got that be where you at though. So it's something about where you're at now. You're gonna get the man might give you a recommendation off of what you just talked about, and it's gonna be easier for you to get into a building than what you think, or they were gonna sell you their business or offer you to buy the business because they trust
Yeah,
you. It's
but
gonna be something along that line.
I don't want to be here. I'm relocating.
Okay, when you relocate, it probably go with you. That's why I asked you, did they
Now,
have a
now
franchise?
I will say this: when I relocate, that's a definite option.
Come to California.
No, no.
She said she'll come to you.
Now I have been flown out. People have requested, that I come out and embalm and preserve their loved ones because they were enamored by what I had already done. A person is known for their works. Me, I'm known for my works.
Mhm.
And I don't have an issue with any of it because I put my heart, soul, I put everything in it because I feel like that's what I would want someone to do for me. I know that that's what I would want someone to do for my grandparents, my parents. I want them to put their heart and soul into it. I want that person,
Hmm.
that decedent, to mean something to them. And each one that I do, they mean something to me.
Mhm.
And 9 times out of 10, I don't even know their names.
Mm.
Oh, you have to have a passion
Yeah,
for that.
that's right.
You have to.
Hmm.
And so, Bama girl, that's why I was saying that 501c3 or 501a or 501c4, whichever one you decide to do, you're not a nonprofit entity that will go along with the other things that you're doing will be
Uh-huh.
so like that will be like right on point because we need apprenticeship programs. We do need programs for our young people. And many of us have come through those programs, and we need to continue to have those things for our young people so that they can do and have access to a wide variety of things.
And I'm going to tell you one thing about it. Now, the area that I am relocating to, there's only one funeral home there. If I was to open up a funeral home there, I would kill the game.
I know
I
that's
would
right.
kill it. I would.
I know that's right. No doubt, because they getting all the business.
They getting
Okay,
all the business. Don't know even
they
know
getting
what
all the
to
business.
do. I
They don't
looked
even
at
have to
one
have.
of those bodies and I was pissed. I said, "Who embalmed this person?"
Oh
And the
no.
guy came out and he said, "How you doing? I understand you wanted to meet the embalmer. I'm the embalmer." I said, "Oh yeah. Well, let me talk to you because I'm an embalmer too. Please explain to me why A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. Please, because see, this is my loved one." And I don't
Mhm.
appreciate it. I'm not pleased at all. And don't you ever think that you will ever embalm anybody from my family again as long as I'm breathing.
Mhm.
Because if this is your best, I would hate to
Ooh.
see. They don't know. Normally, people don't know. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what a properly preserved body should look like. And I get pissed when I see that it hasn't been done right. They don't want to see me coming. Period.
Well, that's terrible.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, Frida, thank you. That was good. See,
Thank
these are the
you.
discussions. That's right. That's what's
You
up.
just got home,
Anyway,
pumpkin.
thank you.
But
Thank
that's
you.
just me. There are some things that we're passionate about. Some people hate to get up and go to their job every day. But one of my patients told me at the hospital, he said, "Let me tell you something. When you love what you do, you don't work another day in your life."
Mhm. That's right. And I wanna address something to the chat. I saw
That's true.
John Stewart said that we're not victims. He disagreed with me when I said we're not victims. So
You make
being
yourself a victim, but go ahead, TC.
Right. See,
Hey, Joyce.
there's victims and then there's victimized. Okay, so there is a difference, and we all know that systemic racism and all kinds of systemic everyism is out there. We know this, but you know why we're not victims? Because after the Emancipation Proclamation, we created the biggest, the best systems in this country. We were the biggest, the best landowners ever. We had our own businesses. We charted and we made sure that we charted counties in the South and out West. We did the doggone thing even after the being enslaved. We did this every time. They always try, anybody tries to throw a monkey wrench in there, we always prevail, and we will continuously prevail. Because I don't know about your background, John, because I know that you and I are HBCU fam, so I could talk to you like this, bro. Here's the thing: I'm not a victim, and anytime that somebody tries to throw a monkey wrench, I go to my Father who art in heaven, and I'm a
Mm,
content and whatever. And here's the thing: I am not. I am the original, whatever that might be. I am the original. I am not the imposter. I am the Israelite that the Bible speaks of. I am the one that it has the covenant. I am that one. And so, therefore, because now that I know who I am and I know what folks are trying to do because they know who we are, guess what? Here it is. Let's handle the business.
handle the
Okay?
business.
No diggity, no doubt. Okay?
And that's just period point blank.
I am not a victim. And if some of y'all feel like y'all victims, well then I can't speak for y'all. I don't speak French, so I may take it out. We don't speak French, okay? But I'll just take it out. I am not. I am the great I am is not a victim. Negative.
Mm-mm,
I don't
mm-mm.
even, that's not even in my DNA. That is not anything that I can't conceptualize that. I know that people do people wrong. I've been done wrong. Okay, chalk it up, get back up, and you know what? Keep it moving.
Because at the end of the day, what you gonna just lay there and wallow in it? You gonna
Yeah,
wallow
right.
in defeat, baby? That's never been in my DNA. I don't know how to wallow in defeat.
Mm-mm. When that lady said that she
TC
only should go
John
to a
said you
two,
can't be.
what he say?
Can you hear him? He said you
I
can't
can
be
hear you.
victimized without being a victim.
Okay, then you're a victim and you're victimized. I received that from you, and that's okay, and that's fine. And that's cool. That's what's up. And you're right. I can't speak for everybody, and my apologies because I am not going to speak for everybody. Here, I speak for me, and I will
Now
also.
that's what John said, not me.
Oh, and I
Because
know,
the
I
way
know
you was
my.
talking, like she talking to me. Now that's what
No, no, no,
John
no,
said.
no. And I speak for my sisters like UK, like there's Bama girl, like Joy. We not victimized. We not victims. We not victimized. We don't. That is not in our vocabulary. That is not in the dictionary, and it is not acceptable. And no. And anywhere I go, John Stewart, anywhere I have gone, and anywhere that I go, be it they Jamaican, Haitian, Asian, Korean, whatever, they bow down to the queen. Triz us with the mizus. Okay? For real. Because there's a particular vibration and frequency that we must uphold. We must, because I've given birth to this world. There's no we are the original. Everyone comes through us.
I,
Negative.
I can attest to that.
They come
Unless a
through
stop
us,
bird gonna bring you.
honey, honey. And
No, ma'am, no, ma'am. I got 5 eggs to prove it.
and you got, and I don't have near one, and I'm just like, I give birth to the doggone world, the whole thing, and nobody's gonna, no, you're not gonna come in my community, and you're not gonna just do and sell and whatever, because I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna ask questions, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find the answers, and when I can't, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna trump that, and when I say trump, I'm going to go to the next level, I'm gonna keep going, and then guess what? The Creator will put somebody in my midst because the righteous do what the righteous do, and I will get my answers answered always, always, always. and I have not always been this way. It's something that you grow into when you get mature. But I know where my answers come from. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we all
Mm-hmm.
know we all know Psalms, right? 120, 121.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Okay. I
Mm,
okay. All
mm,
righty now.
mm,
I mean,
mm.
people talking about heaven, but they ain't going there. What's that song? I got shoes, you got shoes, all God's people got shoes. But everybody talking about heaven ain't going there. I know there's
It
some people
definitely not.
that's not reading. They're not reading the word. They're not reading it because it's there. It's there.
And if they are reading it, they're not understanding it. They're not reading for
Mm.
understanding.
It's easy to be a victim. It's easy. It's easy to go ahead and say, you know what? These people, you know what? But you know what? I'm going to get with my sisters. And even though my neighbor and her son, he takes my parking spot all the time. Okay. I love him dearly, but he just don't consider howsoever when it comes down to scholarships and things, I'm always making sure I look out for the cookout. Always. When it comes down to some things that they might need, you're a single mother, you good? What's up with the food? You all right? What's up? You good? All right. You understand what I'm saying? Regardless of whether or not we get along or not, bottom line, we got to be better and transcend better than that. I don't agree with everybody in these YouTube streets, but if I need something and I feel like you know something, I would hope and pray that if I ask that, that maybe you will give me my answer or at least say, I don't know, see you later, TC. And then that's cool. But we don't have to cuss each other out. That's not what we're doing. And we are all smart enough here, all of us, that once we get together, I guarantee you something's going to come up after we all get off this line. Something's going to come up about prison reform or about prison something, something. And some information is going to come down the pike to either some of y'all out there or anyone of us here. And guess what? We're going to say, wow, something's going on. I got some information. And maybe it's a start. And I hope that those of you who are charged with this, then y'all go ahead and y'all take it. I'm with you and I'm here to support. I'm going to be here to
Yeah.
support you.
Take care of the
I'm down
business
when you
of the
down now.
business. That's what that is. I mean, especially if it's something that you're passionate about, especially
Yes,
if it's
ma'am.
something that that you really, really, really listen. If you're for prison reform,
Oh,
especially with the things that are happening and going on down there in Mississippi, y'all, it's
mm-hmm,
cringeworthy. It's cringe-worthy. A lot of people have dropped the ball,
mm-hmm.
not just
Yeah,
one. Even the privately owned prisons, sir, ma'am, you will not get away with this because somebody has to be accountable for that.
somebody.
Now, me on the
Mhm.
out on the inside looking out, that's a totally different state. And how we run
Mhm.
things here, it comes nowhere close to how we run things there.
Mhm.
Because
Okay.
one thing here, the convicts here got more rights than we do.
Mm,
And that's just true tea.
that's true.
Now,
So,
Mississippi, on the other hand, I don't know about. I can't speak on it. I don't know. But here, the convicts have more rights than we do.
wow.
Now,
Okay.
how that work, I don't know.
Mm,
So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But it's got to start somewhere, and it's got to start with the paperwork. It's got to
mm,
start with the paperwork.
right. It's got to start with us.
Come through, Miss
That's
V. Miss V say the words say, I'm more than a conqueror. Romans 8:31 through 39.
right. Yes, ma'am. That's right, Miss B.
Miss V gonna always come on with a good old verse.
I know that's correct. Yes, honey. And I love my Iyanla Van Zant. And you too, Karen. I love you. Iyanla,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
it's
It depends on which one, girl. When you are young with child, you
Uh-uh.
best right
See,
better.
see, right there,
Y'all
right
Van
there.
Zant, you girl. There go my girl. Look at my Coco
Mm-mm.
goals. Hey, Coco.
Hey sis, how y'all doing on the panel? Hey
Hey,
We
Karen.
doing great,
Coco.
girl.
Hey, TC. Oh, I'm tired. I
Hey,
am.
Coco.
And whoever else I missed, I'm so sorry. I
You
just completely.
dedicated. You walking
Well,
in the rain.
She
it's
is
not raining
dedicated,
It
here,
Karen.
ain't
She get on
rain.
my nerve,
Okay.
Karen.
but I have to
But
do
I ain't
this
gonna
every
hate on
day,
my
y'all.
sis.
I have to do it every day because it clears my mind, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, that's right.
my mom called me this morning, y'all. She said, "I'm so sick," and y'all know the first thing I thought about, right?
Okay.
So
Right.
I'm like, well, yeah. I said, Mama, should I take you to the emergency room? She's so stubborn. She's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Then she called me back and said, I can't talk because I'm throwing up.
Oh
Who
man.
does that? Yeah, who called people back and said they can't talk because they throwing up? Who does that?
Knowing you gonna be worried.
Right. So I was like, let
Right.
me get at her, but I stopped so she wouldn't have to come out of the house and get us some groceries. And I was like, because I wasn't gonna walk today because I'm dealing with sinuses, and I've been listening
Mm-hmm.
to you all off and on and everything. But I went on and took care of my mom. It's my only mama I got. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm
Girl,
like, mm-mm.
Is she
girl, you
Here.
okay?
only get one.
Yeah, well, when she came, I didn't want her to come out the door. She lives in
Mm.
a condo, but it's gated. But you can go up to where she lived at. You can go up to the gate, and her door is like maybe 2 feet away, if that. And so I just handed it to her and told her, "Don't talk to me. I'll talk to you later," because I wanted her to get back in bed. Yeah, my mama, she was my first shero. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right. Yes.
She started
Yes.
it, and I'm not trying to make this about my mom. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but anyway, she was working at the Hall of Justice, the first black down there. Okay, so you know what she went through
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So she was working down there 30 some years. I also had a second job for 10 years at the same time. Retired from the 30 something year job, went full time on the second job, and then they called her back at the first job. So not only is she getting the retirement, she getting the check, and she getting her social security. I said, girl, when you die, we gonna find that you a millionaire. Cause she always said, girl, I ain't got no money. Girl, I ain't got no
Mm.
money.
Oh
You
yeah,
Oh,
old
know.
those
people
be the ones
always
that
say
have it.
mama old, but
Those be the
Wait a
ones
minute.
that
yeah.
have it, girl.
Yeah, and then look, check this out. So I threw her a surprise birthday party because she turned 65, and she was late to her own party. I said, "Who does that?" Because my mother's on time, if not early. That's where I get it from. And I said, "Y'all, wouldn't it be something if Mama went and got that truck?" What I tell y'all, we was looking out my sister's window, and this white, nice old 2020 pulled up. I said,
Mm,
"That's my
mm,
mama,
mm,
girl." We
mm,
got to running
mm.
out the door, and she started laughing. I said, "I know you like a book." So it just when I heard that she's sick, she
Mm.
don't never say she's sick. So for her to say she's sick, she's sick.
Oh yeah.
And so everything falls on me because I'm the responsible one. So y'all know how that is. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, let
Hmm.
me party with my sisters and just feel some of this love right now while I'm sitting here at the pond. Just I got a lot of stuff on me. I'm trying to write my business plan. Trying to get a attorney that won't, charge me an arm and a leg to write my contracts because, unfortunately, people are not on the up and up. So I need a contract before we even do anything. I need you to sign your John Henry right here for me, and
Hmm.
acknowledge all these boxes. And then once you do that, we can go forward. I don't take checks. I've been taking
Mm-hmm.
been able to take credit cards for my other businesses for a while. So, I'm like, so when y'all was talking about the 501c3 and all this and stuff, I was like, okay, yeah, let me tune in because I don't know everything. And I know TC got her ear in everything.
Well, Coco, I'm gonna
Can I?
say pray over that thing and write it down and make it happen because you can have a contract and a person to take you through hell and high water in court. But if you got
Facts.
God and that stuff written down the right kind of way, they can't touch
Yeah.
you.
Okay. It's true. That's true. Yeah.
Coco, if you don't
Yeah.
mind, can you tell me what state you were in?
I'm in Kentucky.
Okay, so I'll look it up, and then because there's a group called the Barristers. It's a black lawyers,
Okay.
and just like they're black morticians, black accountants, black everybody black psychologists, black social workers. There's black everything.
Yeah.
And they often have situations where they do pro bono work.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they do pro bono work because of the organization that they're a part of. They have to do pro bono work. They get some hours and things of that nature, and that works because if they're in the state of Kentucky, then they are barred in the state of Kentucky or wherever, and so they do that to keep up their community hours. So they're called the barristers. I know that they're in major cities, and I can check and see if they're in Kentucky, and then I
Okay.
could get that back to Bama girl. And if they
Okay.
are, I would suggest you start with them, and you just let them know, that you're trying to, get some assistance, and you want somebody to help you write up contracts, and at no cost or very low and affordable. Boom.
Yeah, I had an attorney friend. She was doing it pro bono because I sung on a program for her. So she said that was her payback for me. She was doing it, and she died in February. So all her
Oh
stuff,
wow.
whatever, yeah, she was young too. So all her stuff that she was working on,
Mm.
nobody, nobody knows. They ain't worried about that. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to start from scratch. However, I did keep a copy. So I don't have to, redo everything over. I wanted it to be simplistic. I wanted it to state the high points that I need, because if we enter into a contract, see, I didn't do that when I started the counseling. I did it on because I was new. I was excited to have my degree, and I was doing it on this base that everybody would be on the up and up that needed my services, and it backfired on me. So, once
Yeah.
you learn, you go forward. You don't repeat the same thing that you did. So now I'm like a barracuda with it when it comes to business. We don't. I
Hmm.
need you to sign something. So
Hmm.
And you
Hmm.
know what, Coco? I'm glad that you took that approach because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about the funeral home industry. A lot of people say, "Well, I got this much, and then I will you can write me a promissory note, and I promise to pay you, the remaining balance." Let me tell you
mhm.
about the firm that I work for. If you not all the way in the black, won't no service go on.
Well,
And what
now,
does that
okay.
mean? What does that
Be-
mean?
you gonna have to wait till you in the black. You got to pay. It's got to be paid in full at that point
Right.
because so many people once they're in the ground, girl, who, where you gonna get money from? That
Mm-mm.
person is already passed on. The person
Yeah,
that signed the promissory note, baby, they don't care. They don't realize that they have a death date too, but they not the one that gonna have to stroke the check. So it's always good to get somebody John Hancock on something, and always we just made that practice. A lot of people have burned a lot of funeral homes by doing just that. I'm gonna
that's
give you a
true.
little now, and then I pay you the rest
Mm-mm.
over time. No, we're not gonna do it like that. And a lot of people think that's cold, but let me tell you something. That's how you stay in business.
That's true.
Because there are so many people that had been used before because they weren't aware. They were fresh in the business. They were happy to have the business, but people weren't on the up and up. And you just you can't trust it. It sounds nice to be able to trust people and expect them to honor their word, but a lot of times, that's just not the case.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That's real true. That is
So
so
it's good
true.
for you, and it's hard. You had to learn the hard way, but now you know. And when you
Yep.
know better, you
And
do
make
better.
sure you get insurance. Get insurance so when they
Yes,
do try to
ma'am.
okie and dokie you, you covered. When
Okay.
they do try to
That's funny, girl.
file chapter whatever, you cover. You be like, you can file whatever you want to file. I'm gonna get mine. Boom.
Facts. Come on now. I know that's right. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Lord have
Be trying to
mercy.
be too nice, and it ain't it ain't nothing but business. It's nothing
Yeah, because
Baby,
I
personal.
take care.
it's
When it
nothing
comes out
personal.
when it
It's
comes to
nothing
that, I'm
personal.
so much like my grandmother. My grandmother would feed anybody, would help any. I'm just so much like her when it comes to my heart, because I believe in helping people. But I realize there's a limit to it. You have to
Yes,
watch who
ma'am.
you help. 'Cause somebody always wants more. Like
Yes.
you feed them, but it ain't good enough. You already bought them a steak dinner, but now they want a steak dinner, baked potato, salad, and dessert. You know what I'm saying? I
Exactly.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
And that's
I'm
what I
like,
was gonna
okay,
say. Even if you give them a little bit, don't give them too much. See where they gonna go with it, and don't give them
Mm-hmm.
right.
too much because a
Exactly.
person gonna show you who they are in the beginning anyway.
That's
Hey, real
true.
mamas.
Because they even if they said if you counseled someone and gave them a little advice, and they said, "Well, how much do I owe you?" They kind of show you the type of person they are right there, and then
Right,
from
because
there you can tell them what you owe, or if you're gonna charge them. But the
with my
ones that
counseling,
drain you, mm-mm.
with my counseling services, this is how I had it set up. I said your first initial, like when you come to meet me, that's free. You get a whole hour to dump your crap on me for free.
Girl, for a
And
consultation?
yeah, from a consultation. And then after that, when we set up something else, it's $25 for the next hour.
Oh no, they
Who
use you
I
in that
mean,
first
those
hour.
I mean, what crackhead prices can't you that's crackhead prices. But like
Mm-hmm.
I said, I was so
Girl.
excited to have my degree and to help people, especially my own, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
we
Hmm.
need this. It's a stigma when it comes to
Yes.
psychiatrists and counselors and stuff like that. And so then I was trying to get into the school system, and this guy who's played pro ball named Lancaster Gordon, he sat down and talked to me, and he was like, let me tell you something. You do not want to be a counselor in the school system. I said, why not? I want to help people, you know. And he said, well, all they do is make schedules. I said, are you kidding me? He said, no, that's all they do. They don't help nobody. It's not even set up for them to get help. What kind of stupid stuff is that? These kids need somebody. I mean, I was sitting there
Now,
like, okay,
and I
so
agree with you on that.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So I've like put that on the back burner to see, and that's been a prayer for me. It's like, okay, God, you help me to go this way. Because I told you I was in medical school and I had to drop out. So I didn't finish it that way, but I
Oh,
went and got my counseling degree and stuff. And so I'm like, okay, you
okay.
had me to go this way, but you had me to go this way for a reason. But now I'm stuck. So I don't know what to do. So when you don't know what to do, you stand, you know?
Yep, and pray.
So
The
there
Yeah,
you
but
go.
answer
you
gonna
know
come
what?
straight to you. I'm telling
You
you.
could, you know what? Your skills would be very helpful. Like in some type of juvenile justice department or somewhere, baby, those skills would be like golden in that area because they definitely need some counseling.
And with that, Alabama girl, I had a meeting set up with the governor of Kentucky. Okay. I'm not ashamed to say that my uncle, they come to him for what's going on in Kentucky to see what they should do. So he pulled a string for me to sit down with the governor to get a program implemented. But when this Corona thing hit, all that
Mm,
got put to the back burner. So I don't know when I get it. I know I am going to get it, but I don't know when because other things have to come before my meeting. You know what I'm saying? So
mm,
it's like I got all these irons in the fire. I'm just in a wait mode. I'm just praying. That's why I said a lot of things. It weighs heavy on you because you know that you like a step away from being whatever it is you're meant to be to help people or to do whatever you're called to do and stuff. And so I watch other people and I learn from other people. That's why, like I said, when you told me what you did for a living, I was like, wow, I've never met anyone black like it that does what you do. I was just fascinated that a sister of mine is like, I support my
Mm-hmm.
Right.
sisters. And I guess that's
That's
why,
right.
I don't dig all that drama crap, like what happened with yesterday. I couldn't even listen to it because I'm a
girl,
fighter to my heart.
yesterday was complete
Whew,
foolishness.
I wanted to hit on girl. Never mind. We gonna keep it straight. Never mind.
Calm down, girl.
Cause I don't, if you can't both ways. That's schizophrenic. You can't be well. One way you want to help me fight for other people, and then you want to fight me too. What kind of mess?
So,
I mean,
so
Cain
I,
killed Abel. You feel me?
yeah, right. I would like to say that I think that it is very important that we brag on ourselves. And so when you mentioned, that you had, your grandma, you mentioned, brag on them, your mom, brag on them. That's right. They deserve
Oh,
it.
Uplift yourself.
You
You don't
thank
need
daggone
you.
no
right.
one else to have to
Brag
do it.
on them. And
Yep.
any one of my
We
sisters,
don't have to wait on each
I
other.
constantly edify my sisters all the time.
Mhm.
And we're so socialized. Oh no, and I have a friend of mine. She has her PhD from the University of Pennsylvania, and let me tell you something. I love her dearly. The whole 9 yards. But I knew her before the PhD. So she was like, "Yo, TC, just call me so and so." I said, "Let me tell. When we in public, you a doctor. Do you understand me?
Hey, come
That's
on
right.
now.
They not
Come
giving
on.
those things away
They
at
show
that
it.
university. You dig me?
They not
And the stuff that she done, and she came first in her class. Her first
see.
in her class. She was valedictorian with a PhD. And so anytime we are anywhere, She is doctor. Now, when we, behind closed doors, yo, what's up? Yada, da, da, boom. You know what I'm saying? But that's my sister. I respect her position and I respect the time and money that she put in to educate herself,
Yes,
and
sir.
I appreciate it.
That's right.
Okay.
That's
Because
Yes,
it's
right.
not
sir.
given. It is not easy to keep these licenses and to
No,
keep
It's
these
ma'am.
not.
certifications. And
It's
people don't
not at all.
understand. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. I just went through something like that with another certification board and all the stuff that we have to go through to help this person. I'm like, goodness gracious. So
Mm-mm.
don't think
Yeah, because
it's
we can
not easy.
uplift
So
ourselves and encourage each other.
when we see our when we see our black professionals, and I apologize, Karen, when we see our black professionals,
No, you're fine.
when we go to them, don't be talking about, can I get a hookup? No, no, no. Go in there and pay them like you pay the rest of the other people who ain't gonna do
That's
nothing
right.
for you. So, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So pay them what you paid, okay? And I'm
That's
sorry, Karen.
right.
Go ahead,
Right.
sis.
No, I'm just saying that we can encourage ourselves but uplift each other. When we uplift
Right.
each other, it helps us to push on and know we have support.
That's
Sometimes
right.
you just
Yes.
have to hear it. I'm
Yes.
not a person's not even asking you for nothing, but when you give them those encouraging words, those two words can get them out there to fill out a
Mhm.
college application, to
Right.
get that certification, to keep
Right.
going, to say, okay, I got this. It's not always about money and all that other stuff.
Sometimes it's just as simple as that because sometimes, like, if I'm ever in a funk, because sometimes I do get in a funk, sometimes I do
Of
feel
course,
like
you
the
human.
weight of the
Hmm.
world is on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? It
That's right.
it just happens that way. And I could hear something or somebody could say something to me or I would come on here, and you guys don't know how much you've lifted me even when I've been in a funk.
Yes.
Hmm.
Even when
Yes.
I've been in a funk, if we come on here and we just cut up and we just, kick the bobo, that will uplift me, bring me up out of that funk, and I'm good to go. It's time to roll on.
That's right.
Sometimes that's
That's
all
right.
you need.
That's true.
Just a
That's
just a little
right.
tap. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
true.
And
Coco,
and
it
back.
Just like
sounded like I'm
Hmm.
listening.
no,
I
go
was
ahead,
just
Karen.
gonna tell Coco it sounded like she's stuck. Um, she knows what she wants, but she don't know which direction to go in. See, that's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
She
well,
knows what
yeah.
You
she
better
wants.
say it. You better say it, girl.
Yep, that's it right there. So now when you said be
Hmm.
still, but pray on it. The answer is gonna come. You
Yes.
already know the answer, but whatever the answer is not exactly what you want to hear, and he's gonna send it to you in words that you can understand. It's already there. You know how Oprah says, "I had the aha moment." I
Mm-hmm.
say that too because it's like I already knew that, but he brought it to me a different way, and it's like, aha, I got it
Mhm.
now. I've been knowing
Mhm.
that's how it's gonna come to you. You already know what it
Mhm.
is.
And you know what? You are right, Karen. Let me say, I got two things I want to say real quick, and then I'm going to shut up and listen. The first thing is, I have been trying to leave Kentucky for so long, it's ridiculous because I feel that what he's put in me to do is not here. The only thing that's holding me here, and it's not a bad thing, is my mom. Because when I was trying to leave twice, she started crying. She's like, I don't want you to go, and all this and stuff. So I put that on the back burner. I'm like, okay, right now, I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I decided to stay, because I had a job already lined up for me in another state. I was gonna work there to get myself, to introduce myself to the people in that state, so I can be that entrepreneur that I went to school to be and that I dreamed of being. But what happened was my dad, he died. Okay.
Mm.
And that has, it seems like ever since then I've been more attentive to the needs of my mom than I
Mhm.
would have normally been. My dad died with all the fame in his name but no money behind it. And I learned from that. I was more of a businessman than he was, and my dad operated with his heart. What I meant by that is, Everybody always wanted his lessons and everything that he offered. We're going to pay you in 2 weeks. We're going to pay. And his thing was, he loved what he did so much, he didn't even look at the payment. It's like, oh, well, they're going to pay me, and then he was like, daughter, I need you to take this over for me. I said, okay, check this out. No money, no services. That's just how we doing it. Because some of them people owed him like they was 3 months behind, but because my dad loved what he did, he still taught. And to know my dad is to know that if I was to tell you his name and you Googled him, he would pop up everywhere. If you asked Siri who he was, Siri would give you a rundown, Alexa, on who this man is. And he was known here, 5 surrounding states, California, over in the Philippines, Japan, and all this and stuff, because he was a big deal. But his business practices, he didn't care about money. And so to see my dad, me having to, when he died, and it's a long story about that. I already did a video on that. I don't want to cry right now. But when he died, before he died, he said, daughter, I have 2 policies, okay? He said, I want you to keep one policy just for you. He said, because you've always took care of me regardless. I don't care what your siblings say, you keep that policy. The other one, split it among everybody after you pay for my stuff. I said, okay, Daddy, no problem. Well, when we got over there, once he passed, and I got to looking for his stuff, y'all, what? No policies. None.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I'm having to deal with that around Mother's Day. Okay. It was around Mother's Day when he passed. It was a day after my wedding anniversary. So I'm having all these emotions, and I'm having to go in my daddy's apartment and go through all of his stuff looking for a policy, and couldn't find none. And I don't know what happened to him. Couldn't find anything. I trusted one of his sisters to pawn his laptop so we could start getting money up, okay? Because I didn't know I was going to be in this predicament. So she took the laptop and sold it for weed. When I tell
Yeah.
y'all, yes, when I tell y'all, honey, the person who I am, trust me, I was made this way. Trust me, I've been through so much, and for me to keep my head up and to say who I am and not be depressed and all that, that's God. And I don't
Yes,
take it for
ma'am.
granted. So anytime I can empower somebody else, I do that. But we end up having to I end up having to sell. No, I take it right back. I end up having to have a thing on the radio because they, like I said, they knew my dad, and they let me come on the radio. And I said, I hate to announce, blah blah blah. I said, don't pay me no money, because see, black folks is like, well, I gave it to her. You see what I'm saying? No, don't pay me
Mhm.
no money. If you want to be a help to him, and if he changed your life in any way, take it to the funeral home. That's what you do.
Right.
They'll give you a
Right.
receipt, and they're going to keep the name. Honey, his sisters, his brothers, they try to go up there and get that money. Y'all, do
From
you
the
hear what I'm saying?
funeral?
From the funeral home. So finally, I don't know what was said, but his older
I
sister,
wish they had a came to see me.
girl, his older sister, she paid the $300 because I was gonna have him cremated. I didn't want to, but that was the cheapest thing. We was gonna have
Yeah.
a viewing and have him cremated. So his older sister paid the $300 that was left on it. Okay, I told her thank you, blah blah blah. I said, if there's anything, catch that word. If it's a big word with 2 letters, I said, if there's anything left, I will make sure it goes to you because of what you did. Well, my god auntie, which has always been like a sister to my daddy, she walks through the door when I'm going to sign at the funeral home, and she said, stop it. She said, do you really want him cremated? I said, no, but I can't afford everything else. I said, I done paid what I could, and my siblings ain't helping. She said, I didn't ask you that. She said, I asked you, do you want your daddy cremated? I said,
That's
no.
right.
And so she looked at the funeral person, and she said, how much is it to have a funeral? Because he's a king and he deserved it. And the man
Right.
said, that'd be 25, blah, blah, blah. Girl, she whipped out the Discover Black card and said, here, put it on here. She said, I got my brother. And I
See how
just
God
cried.
works?
I was like,
Girl, where she
yeah.
at?
And his own
Girl,
biological.
that was a whole ram that walked through that door.
When
To
you
my
think it's
ram in the
over with,
bush.
God may not be on time, but he right on time. You was just about to
Her,
sign that paper. And what God do?
I
He
sure
stopped it right
was.
in the midst. Don't play
She
with him.
said, stop. She walked straight in, girl, like Wonder Woman, and said, stop. And she asked, she
She
asked me, and
is
I was like,
Wonder. She
girl,
is Wonder Woman. She came with that
Right.
black
She
card,
is.
honey. That's a
Oh,
whole.
she is.
It's
now,
cool.
honey. And so then it came to, his, what's that plot? To have it engraved and all this stuff. I came
Yeah.
up with a design. Now the courts put me over my dad's stuff. One, because my dad put me over his stuff. I was power of attorney and everything. He didn't trust my other siblings. Okay, and so everything fell on me, just like my mama. Everything falls on me. And so when I had the thing created, how I wanted it to say and everything, I tried to get my siblings to come and look at it before I make the final decisions. Nobody cared. I had one sibling tell me he ain't care about me. Why should I care about him? I mean, just you know. So I think it's settled, y'all. And I'm going to end the story. I think it's settled. Why come his siblings again? They call down to the grave site. They wants to change what I have on the stone and all this and stuff. And it was God that told me to call. I called the same day. And I said, do you know how long it'll be before y'all can actually put the stone, on my dad's grave? And she said, oh, well, his sisters and brothers called to change it. I got quiet. I said, how they going to change something? And my name is on everything. And she said, what's your name? So I gave it to her. She looked back through everything. She said, oh my goodness, I'm so glad you called. She said, because we was in the process of changing everything. She said, let me make this highlighted. And I mean, she got to going through, she put it in the computer and everything. Y'all, I had not had a chance to grieve my daddy. I was so pissed. That other side of me, that crazy side, girl, I went on all my aunties and uncles were beating on the door. I was gonna blow everybody away because they had just kept on and kept on and kept on. I'm like, this is not how you're supposed to do this stuff, But once they saw they couldn't do it, then they tried to step down. I thought it was over. His older sister calls the funeral home, y'all. She wants her money back. Y'all heard that?
For the funeral?
Because she couldn't
From
run
the
nothing. Because
she couldn't run.
Yeah.
Girl, you said a mouthful. She couldn't run nothing. So now she wants her $300 back. She called so much, her and her husband, to the funeral home. The funeral home owner said, I'm going to tell you now, one more call, I'm going to have you locked up for harassment.
No, because I would have told her from the gate. Let me tell you something about funeral homes, honey. Funeral homes deal with the people that stroke the check. That's it. You can't call me and say nothing to me if your name is not on this line.
Yep.
That's period.
And that's what I like
Friend,
about
foe, sister, brother, no ma'am.
that's what I like about my guy aunt that came in there with that credit card. Even though she paid for it, she said the decision is not mine. I'm just paying for it. Whatever she say, y'all do what she say.
And period.
Period. So, honey, yeah, I'm just like, okay, these people have taught me to make sure my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed. Because
Yes,
the
ma'am.
very least one that you think will do you will be the one that would do you and smile while they doing you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Exactly. Them be the one, especially family.
girl,
Especially girl,
And that's the sad part. Jesus.
let me tell you
Oh,
something, Karen. I don't, I can't name. And I wish I could. It's sad. Let me tell you, I have a very huge family, a very huge family. And I'm getting ready to embark on a very huge, I mean, huge project. Do you know I can't even think of not one name that I think I can trust?
see, I know you right,
see,
Bama
that's
girl.
crazy.
I know you right.
Girl, I'm not
I,
gonna even
hmm,
play with them like that. Girl, I wouldn't play myself like that.
mm,
Cause I
mm,
know
mm,
him. Hey Jay, how you doing, babe?
I feel you on that when it comes to family. And this is the same, my daddy's side, it's the same family that knew that my cousin was molesting me and wouldn't do nothing about it. None,
Uh-uh.
nothing about it. The same auntie who sold my daddy's computer for some weed, she used to get my cousin high before he came down to molest me and rape me and all that and stuff. And she would just
No,
tell him, wear a
ma'am.
condom. Yes, ma'am. She would tell him, wear a condom, don't get her pregnant. But what ended up happening? I got pregnant.
Oh no.
Girl, no, ma'am.
Yes.
Hush your mouth,
No.
throw it away, bring it back. And
See,
she probably ain't had
Uh-uh.
so
nothing to say, did she? She ain't had nothing to say. She played
oh
just
no,
as dumb.
they no. Let me tell you what they did. They embrace him. They love him. They
See what
there
I'm
for
talking about?
him. They can't stand me.
You everything but the child of God. It was
Thank
your
you,
fault.
honey.
The hell they do?
Yeah, my women. My grandmother told me it was my fault because of the way I was built.
How is that your fault?
Okay, it's your
Our
fault because how
ancestors was built
God
like
bless you.
that.
It's your fault because you fine.
Exactly.
Girl,
I'm I'm
go.
telling you. She told me when I told her, I said, Granny, he's touching me. These goose are being very disrespectful. And I'm just playing. I said,
Girl, I'm looking at
Granny,
girl, look out. They
I
are.
said he I said he is touching me, and she said who? And so when I told her, she said, "Well, that's your fault."
Oh,
What?
And I looked at her. She said, "See, because you shouldn't be built like that." Well, I was a little girl. I
You
can't
ever
help it
said
that I should have been safe to wear whatever I wanted to wear. That's my family.
and then you a
And
child. They should have been covering you up and putting you
yeah,
on certain clothes, showing you
he
how to
is
dress.
the one that's sick?
they kept it from my daddy.
Yep.
Honey, when my daddy did find out, okay, he tried to, when I say literally tried to kill that boy, he literally
Mm-hmm.
tried to kill him. And then they blamed my daddy for beating him up.
Mm-mm. Doing what he should have did as a father. Really.
Yeah, so these are the same, honey. I don't put no stock in them. These are the same people, like I said. But what's crazy is, I tell people about generational curses. Okay, what's crazy is the cousin I'm talking about. His mother, she's the oldest child. My daddy's the second oldest, but he's the oldest boy. His mother was pregnant by her first cousin.
See,
And what I was
Mm-mm.
told, this is what I was told, it goes down our timeline because of our race, who we are. On my dad's side, it's Indian and French. Okay, that's all they are and stuff. So they believe in breeding their own kind to keep the blood pure. So they don't look at it as being molested and raped and all that. They just look at it as a way to do it. But
Different
even
religions are
though
like that. Yep.
Yep, and even though my grandmother, she left her family because she didn't want it to happen to her kids, for it to turn around and happen to her oldest daughter, and then for her oldest son, then for her oldest child's son to do it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
uh,
They do that
girl, let
arranged
me tell you
marriage
something.
too.
Let me tell you something. Girl, no ma'am. I had a conversation with my grandmother the other day. She held me hostage on the phone, child. She ran it all down to me, all the way back to girl. I mean, she ran it all the way back as far as she could remember.
Hmm.
And she told me that way back then, in order to keep the blood pure, that my ancestors used to do the same shit.
See, that's what
Girl,
I'm
I
saying.
said, Grandma, what? She said, yeah,
You
baby,
ever
I'm
And
wonder
just
see,
gonna
why?
this
go
where
and
it
tell you.
gets
Think about it. You ever wonder why sometime in the family it looks like cousin Bubby look like Uncle Doo, and
twin.
they yeah,
Uh-huh. You look just like your uncle boy. Ooh, y'all look
right.
like twins. Yep.
Girl,
Yeah, that's true.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
Oh my
mm.
goodness.
I
And
couldn't
this where it
believe it.
comes in that don't feel sorry for me, feel sorry for them. Cause like you said, generational curses, God got this. See, it's gonna backfire.
Yes.
You know how people drop dead and you be like, I don't know how cousin this, that, and the other drop dead because or they end up with cancer or they end up it just comes out of nowhere.
And it's
It
funny
does
you
that
said
because
that
it cut.
because that's what happened. My daughter, well, our daughter, being my cousin's daughter, she called me. She said, "Mama, what you doing?" I said, "Nothing." I said, "I was wanting to know how your grandmother was doing, like that." And she said, "Well, she's doing better than Daddy." I said, "What you mean?" She said, "Mama, Daddy got cancer."
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm.
said,
Look, I'm finna act like Jay Wilson got
Where?
pre-profit, baby. Pre-profit.
"Come
Where?
on now."
Where
I
did he
don't know.
have cancer at?
I don't know. I didn't even ask more questions after that. I was just like,
Because sometimes, depending
It'll
on where
probably throw
cancer
out
is, girl, you will
colon.
suffer and
Yep.
you gonna pray. Oh, let me tell you something about it. Say something about life. You gonna pay either on the front end or the back end, but you gonna pay. You not gonna walk around this earth, do whatever you think you big enough, bad enough, grown enough to do, and you won't be punished for it before you leave this earth.
You said
see,
you don't know where his cancer was at?
no. Mm-mm.
I'm thinking it was in the throat. Mm-hmm.
It might be
Girl.
because it might be because he was a avid crack smoker and stuff like that, and he stayed drunk all the time, and
Mm-hmm.
And he about
all this stuff.
suffered.
I'm talking about this is in his adult
I'm
life.
gonna
He did
stop
it as a
giving y'all my
kid.
secrets, but yeah, that's what it was in the throat.
Come
Yeah,
on, Yana.
it could but what even with all of that, y'all, I forgave him. I did
Oh,
because that
that's
stuff
big.
with
Now,
that
girl,
stuff
that's
with
big.
me. Yeah, because it went on so long though. I'm transparent, even if I don't look good in the story. That stuff went on with me and him so long I fell in love with him. I did. I
Really?
fell in love with him. Yeah, and I didn't know what it was called. And it took a preacher that understood me to sit me down and said, "Have you ever heard of Stockholm syndrome?" And I said, "No, what's that?" And that made me go deeper
Mhm.
into the counseling field. I'm like, okay, I need to become this because there's a whole lot of women that I'm going to endure that's probably going through what I've been through. So yeah,
That's right.
yes, ma'am. But I did. I forgave him. I forgave his mom. I forgave everybody because where I'm going, I can't have that. Where God
No,
is taking me,
ma'am.
I can't have that because it'll
You
weigh
can't
me
move
Exactly.
forward without
down.
forgiveness.
Right.
You
And
wouldn't have been
so
able
I
to move
did.
forward.
That's why I said, honey, when people, you got to come harder than that. I done been through so much in my life. You cussing me out or talking about me or whatever, it don't even, I laugh at you because it don't even bother me. If you can survive
Hmm.
what I've been through and still have your right mind and still
Okay.
see the brightness and everything, then baby,
Yes.
you saying something. But all that other stuff, girl, I can't do it. Mm-mm,
Hmm.
mm-mm.
And I want to say this to you as well as any other of my sisters that are out here. And this whole Corona thing has gotten us, this quarantined us, put us in a very silo type of atmosphere where we're just where we are, and that's it. So first of all, I didn't realize how many people, I didn't think about it, how many people have lost a parent or two, or both, and for those that have lost parents and they're coming up on anniversaries and stuff, I would just like to
Yes.
say I'm sending prayers up for you all. For those who
Yes.
have parents and they can't get to them and they want to get to them, and during this time especially, prayers go up for you all as well. And
Yes.
for those that have their parents, prayers are going up for you. Take care of them. Be good to them. I know they say don't I don't know if I can see my mother and not kiss her. I just can't. I don't know if that's gonna
That's
be. I
crazy.
can't.
That's
I don't.
crazy.
I'm not made that way. That is not. No, I can't do that. I have to kiss my mama. I just gotta kiss her.
Right.
So I mean, if whatever,
I
I
came
know
from it, honey. Whatever she got
it,
is already in me anyway. So whatever.
and but I'm just saying that for sisters, I appreciate, and Bama girl and Karen, Miss Yana Van Zant and Miss Bama girl, they're here. They're here to listen, and this is what we need. So if y'all have issues, I mean, if there's situations, I feel like Bama girl has opened it up for folks, to say what's on their heart, and then you can keep it moving. But this is what you're going through. Prayers, we might not be able to do anything, but prayers are going up for you, and just know that we're thinking about you with love. And Bama girl and Karen, if no one's ever told you to, if they didn't tell you today, if we haven't said it to you today, or if I haven't said it to you today, God bless both of you. God, thank you
Yes.
for
Much
you,
love.
for my
I
goddesses, for
receive it.
being there,
Thank you.
and
I
for,
received
you
that, TC. I do.
for holding down your families and being here, and being able to listen to us and things of that nature. And Coco, thank God for you being a therapist, because God knows. I thought Bama girls, at least she don't have to listen to nobody talk, but good night in the morning time.
Them bodies talk
You know,
to it.
I do
Them
all the
bodies tell a
talking.
story, honey. Them bodies
Come
tell
on
They
a
now,
do tell
story.
don't
a
They
they?
story.
talk.
Mm-hmm.
They tell a story,
Yep,
and
they
but I,
talk.
at the end of the day, I win the conversation.
Yes.
Yes, you do, girl.
Man, I remember
Exactly. Yeah,
one
I
time I
know that's
told Bama
right.
that. I said, I can see you in there. And I said, now don't you start.
I do. I do. I was like, ma'am, sir, we're not going through this today.
See, Bama the type that if a young man did come in there shot and she know the story, see, you should have stayed out them streets. God gonna
Right,
take care of you. But
right.
you should, she just talking to the body. And you
Okay.
probably
Yes.
saying then, where was you at while I was out there in the streets? Well, I'm with you now. I
I'm
said,
Okay,
with
but
you
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 can get
tell
now,
me
a
and I'm gonna
now.
pray. And you probably pray on those bodies too,
yep.
Bama girl, while you
I
doing what
do.
you do.
I do.
Okay,
I
I
do,
know
and
you
I
do.
do.
I know
Keep
I
that's
them
pray
right.
for their
spirits from
souls,
following you and keep them to
especially the
protecting
young
you.
ones,
Yep.
especially
Yes.
for the young ones that come through full of bullet holes that I got to try to patch up. I'm mad, number one, about the patching up all them holes, but I'm talking to them at the same time,
Yep.
and I'm praying for them, and I'm wishing. I wish we didn't have to meet this way.
Yep.
Right.
Yes. Amen.
And they
That's
need
right.
that prayer because you don't know where they were at before they passed away. If they accepted Christ, where their mind was at. And when God
That's
put that
it.
on your heart, that's what you should do because you may be the passageway to get them into heaven. Come on, Jesus.
Okay.
I just said a word. I felt that in my
Oh,
Thank
spirit.
you,
Girl,
Faven.
that'll preach, girl.
hey,
That'll preach, girl.
hey. And to y'all, and listen, Bama girl, to your mobs, the ones, the mods that handle the business, they good too. This whole chat is
Good.
awesome. Period. I don't care.
Those
It
are the
really is.
gatekeepers, girl. Those
It
are the
really is.
gatekeepers because they
Yes.
are on top of it. And let me tell you something. This is what I appreciate about you all that come over. Y'all, we can have adult conversations and we don't know who needed to hear what's been said today.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Amen.
And before I end this live, I want them to be encouraged through it all. Because at the end of the day, you have the power to change your situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Amen.
it.
You
That's it.
you
Yeah.
can change it, baby.
That's
I
right.
don't care what you're going through. You can change. You have the power within yourself today to change your situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so before you take your last breath and have to come and see me, do all you can while you can.
Right.
Amen. I told you,
Mm-hmm.
I told you, Bama girl, you got me. And
No, no, you got me. You know, you have to straighten me sometime. You have to straighten me. I have to listen. I have to listen. You know, you and Q let me have it. Now you know you was wrong. I don't be wanting to hear it, but I
Yeah,
have to
Q's
say,
at Q's at mama. Q's at auntie that'll be like, come here. I ain't gonna say it in front of everybody, but you were
Yep,
wrong.
yep, yep. I
she
don't want to
is.
embarrass you in front of everybody. Well, that
She
was the
really
Right.
first
is.
embarrassment,
And
Auntie.
she'll be
Thank
to
you.
call me and be like, now look, child. Now, one thing about it, I don't know is because I have to listen to so many stories. Y'all can imagine my 5 eggs tell me, even the 4 year old, she got a whole, she talked like she a
You
grown
got a
woman.
4-year-old? Oh my goodness. Okay.
just like
She's
her
four.
mama.
Now, I actually
She's
thought it
four.
was a
And
little
that little
boy.
girl, my dad tell me all the time, that little girl been here before because she will hold a whole conversation. One day I'm gonna let y'all just have a whole conversation with that little girl. And she will be talking and talking and talking. Y'all be like, okay, where your mama? Where your mama? Because you little girl, you been here before. I don't know what
Yes.
spirit is in you. It's probably my great grandmother, the one that came to me when I was in that field and told me it's not your time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that little girl know things that she not, should not know at 4. It may be because, all of her siblings are older than she is. It may be because I expose her to a lot. A lot of people don't think that I should be taking her to the funeral home with me, but I do. She's not scared
Mm-hmm.
of anything. She's fearless. And I want her
I
to
know.
be fearless. Baby,
But
you can accomplish anything you want to in this world.
what is world going?
That's
She
right.
need to know everything
She
so she can
Exactly.
does.
stand in
She
stand
does.
in it. Yep.
And that's
You
what
know,
I teach her. Sometimes
if
my
you
husband,
notice,
we might have a little sparring match. We go back and forth every now and again because he don't like, the fact that I don't care. Because at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, that you scared, he's scared. That no, we not gonna put that fear in her.
And she gonna
This
be
is
the
a
one to
little
protect them when something
this is
happens.
a little queen that I'm raising, and trust
Mm-hmm.
me, she's a princess now. She gonna grow up to be a full fledged queen. Cause she got her mama, she's just like her mama.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna have it any other way. And that goes for the rest of them.
right.
That's just me. Now, at the end of the day, y'all, we have had a very productive conversation today. I appreciate everybody that came up on the panel. I appreciate Karen. I appreciate you, love.
Thank you.
TC, I appreciate you. Queen Q, I appreciate you, baby. Queen Tanara, I appreciate you. Nikki, baby, I appreciate you. Miss V, let
Uh
me tell
oh.
you something, mama.
All right.
I appreciate you for your prayers. I appreciate you for you being you. Just I love to see when Miss V come in peace into this chat. I do.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
really do. And you make it to whereas I can see your comment and I read your comment. And I might not read it out loud, but I read it. And I receive every word of it. Every letter that you typed, I receive it. I do, mother. And I want you to know it. Hey, First Lady. Girl, we getting ready to end, girl, but you're gonna have to go back and catch the replay because you'd have missed some valuable stuff, girl. We've been talking over here, girl. I said, let's talk about it. We've been talking today. And it hadn't been about mess. No mess.
No,
It
ma'am.
has
Not
it hasn't been about anything but positivity. It hadn't gone left. I appreciate each and every one of the kings and queens that graced the chat today. You all are amazing. You guys are amazing.
And
I
I
want to
pray
give
this touches Lady Snoop. She wanted to hear something. Maybe it touched her and she needed to hear what she heard about the prisons
well, I ain't gonna
and
say
that's
nothing. Okay,
no, that's
Karen.
to her. So
Okay,
being
y'all.
positive. That's to her. It might have touched her in a good way.
That's how y'all are talking, y'all. That ain't Karen. That's how y'all. I want y'all to know it.
hmm Cause
That's
you
all
never
right.
know who it touches. We using it. God
You
use
never know. And you
everybody.
know what, Karen? You never, that's why I say you never know who needed to hear these words today.
Yeah.
So forget the bickering. It wasn't about bickering today. It
No, it's
wasn't
not.
about
It's not.
women
Amen.
today. It wasn't about battling today. No, today wasn't the day for that. You know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that all of us could come together. You know what I'm saying? Have a
Mhm.
discussion and
Because
be
guess what?
able to
Had it.
relate to each other.
There you go. And it's a good thing because we got a chance because of Lady Snoop and all of that and us talking about it and kind of debriefing ourselves. We got a chance to meet Rita, and we she came
We
up on your
did.
live.
And
You
Miss
know what I'm
Rita
saying?
Brown is welcome to this chat any given time. Any given
Yes.
time she get up on this place, she come in the chat, she feel like she got something to say on the platform, we're gonna talk about it. That's what we do over here. We talk about it because
Right.
nothing can be done without a conversation being had first. Now
Mhm.
everybody's not rational, so for the irrational, we have to keep it moving. We have to push past you. I'm just saying, you're gonna be irrational. Okay, then we push past that.
Right, right. No, we need to push past the irrational, and we got things to do. We have compounding issues and concerns in our community, and we're trying to do the best we can, one by one, day by day.
One by one, day by day. That's the only way we're gonna get the
Right.
mission accomplished.
That's right. No doubt. So anyway, I'm getting ready to come off. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the chat. Bama girl, thank you for your platform. Like I said, I appreciate you, and you're gonna mummify me, and you know who's gonna beat my face.
Lord have mercy. We still talking about that, and we gonna
Oh,
have
no doubt.
conversation.
See,
We're gonna talk about it.
I'm speaking that into existence
Uh,
for when it
uh, uh,
needs to happen, for when
I
it's supposed to happen.
I hope. Don't worry about that one. I'm sure. I hope you're a cat and
Oh,
you still
oh,
on life number one.
you just
You got
made me.
8 more to go.
You still spit. I spit out my coffee because of that.
So I mean that's just me and what I prefer. Cause all that wrapping, and then you gotta wait till it dry. Then you gotta wrap some more and wait till it dry and turn your girl, ma'am,
She
ma'am,
gonna make you sign a contract, Bama.
ma'am,
And
ma'am.
NDA.
You gonna be stuck
I'm just
rapping.
listen. All that wrapping and working and carrying and sweating, honey. Okay,
You
I
get
know. I
paid
heard
for it,
your,
though. You gonna get paid dearly for it. Don't worry.
I heard your wishes now. Cause see, I would have to do it for the free, and so you know I'm gonna be mad.
I can't let you go out like that. So you gonna have
Uh-uh,
to get something
no, no.
compensation.
I can't let number one, I can't let you go out like that. I wouldn't even accept it.
Are y'all really doing this? Well, everybody have a
We doing
blessed
it. Yeah, we doing
I
it.
know
Let's
that
just
has
get
your right.
right now because this is not the first time she still
I'm
said
finna
that.
leave
And
y'all
I
right where
feel
y'all
like she's
stand.
gonna mean what she's saying. We are really doing this right now, real time. Yes.
Yes, we are. And let me say, can't run.
Uh-huh.
Iyanla,
Uh-uh.
no diggity, no doubt. See, there's certain things I'm passionate about, and that's one of them. How listen, I was gonna have a
Mhm.
whole marching band come in
Oh
and
Lord.
then play "Oh When the
I,
Saints Go Marching
I will
In."
supply you with that from whichever HBCU you choose. Come
You
on
got
in,
me,
baby.
Oh, that'll be
daddy.
nice. The
Yes,
HBCU
honey.
band playing that.
I've
Yes,
done that.
Ooh,
honey. They're gonna play "Oh When the Saints Go Marching In,"
that's
and
cool.
she
I've
used
done
and
that.
she used to be my girl.
Now
Boom.
that's a home going right there.
Yeah, baby, we've done that, honey. I could do that, no problem. It wasn't no
Okay.
mummification involved, though.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm gonna have to acquiesce because the my love is my marching band. So I'd rather have that than a multiplication. So okay.
You got it, no problem. That's
Okay.
not a problem. Now, I will
Oh, we
say this.
came to something. That's good.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, that's what it's about, resolution. As she talking now, I'm gonna see how many more times she bring up this mummification.
You can't bring it up no more. You just said what you said now.
She said
Really?
what she said, but
Mm-hmm.
And she said it. Nene.
she
Okay.
said
All
it.
right.
She
All right.
said
All
what
right.
she
I'm
said. Now that marching band, we could do that.
done deal.
Mm-mm.
All right.
You had better ask FAMU. You better ask FAMU.
Oh, really?
The whole marching band. It wasn't the whole marching band, but it was partial.
That's what's
The
up.
percussion was there. The whole percussion section was there. We had them trumpets there, baby.
That's
That was
sound
home.
nice.
Baby, let me tell
I
you
gotta
something.
have my bones. I gotta
Baby,
have my trombones.
I was over
And,
there
and
jamming, girl. Get my
Mm-hmm.
life, baby.
ooh, wait. I want my
I was jamming.
trombones buried. Okay. All right. I want my trombone buried with me too.
I enjoyed that. And let me tell you something. I enjoyed that service. Now that's one right there. Oh, we got it all the way in. Now that was a homegoing.
Really?
You had better come on through because they was an alumni of FAMU. I
Wow.
said, y'all had
Mm.
better come through with it.
I'm gonna put a little
Nice.
extra sparkle on this one. Come
And
on,
they were very
y'all.
well known. They were very well known. And because the person was very well known, you think when they requested that band to come, that band didn't show up and show out? Girl, that band
Oh
showed up
yeah.
and show out. Let me tell you, they jammed so hard with the body in that casket, girl. I said,
Mm-hmm.
y'all had better
The
work.
casket started rocking, y'all.
Girl, let me tell you, they were carrying the pallbearers, girl. It was 8 of them. They had to have 8 in order to get down like they wanted to. Girl, they got all the way down to the ground when it came back up with the case. Y'all had better
Mm-mm.
work. Girl, I was
Man, that person said, "Now this what I want. This what I'm talking about right now."
girls, some of you talking, oh, I want mine. No, everybody can't get this. Everybody can't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But they were an
Mm-hmm.
alumni. Everybody enjoyed their homecoming. And you talking about the repast. Try the repast was off the chain.
Wow.
Yeah, it
Okay. Well,
sound
see,
like that was what's
I'm
up.
all righty. All righty.
The
Wow.
repast was off the chain. So TC baby,
It's someone
because
in.
you are the HBCU queen. Whatever you want, but except for the multiplication, girl, you got it.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Okay, done deal. I'm you have witnesses, Iyanla here and the whole chat. I will not mention this again for this week, okay?
No,
Mm-hmm.
No. I won't
no,
mention it. No. I'm
But
gonna
she
let it
no.
said what
go.
she meant for this week. She gonna bring it up again.
She said this exactly. I know that for a
I
fact.
heard
Just
it. She
because
tried to
she
slide
said
it
this
through. I
week,
heard her.
See,
girl, wait till
I guess
Monday.
I guess I gotta learn to let go too. It's hard. I got it.
We'll
Um
talk about it.
okay. All right. All
We'll
right. Well
talk
listen, ladies, sisters, goddesses, y'all handle the business. Everybody have a blessed day. And on the next time.
All righty.
That's right. That's right.
All
Everyone
right.
have an amazing day. I enjoyed the chat, y'all. I enjoy each and every one of you. You all know how much I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for gracing me today, listening to the conversation. I enjoyed you. Leak you, please email me. You too, John. You have a great day, baby. Or your super chat won't go through. Well, thank you so much, Miss V, just for even wanting to bless me. Thank you so much, love. Thank you for wanting to love up. And on that note, guys, we are out of here. I will see you guys in another chat. I'll holla.